Welcome back, everyone, to session 5 of Stranded. Today, we're going to get to see. Actually, I'll let Keith go into that. Before we go into turn it over to Keith for Stranded stuff, one thing I do want to shout out next week, we are doing our game, or hopefully do our game, and I got to scrounge up a couple more players first. And this is a short month because I'm going to be out of the country for the last half of it. So we're doing Into the Odd, September 14th, which is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So come through, check it out. If you've seen any of our Karen games, it's the system that Karen was built off of, or kind of it stole some stuff off. I'm not sure exactly how it worked yet, but we'll know a little bit more by next week. So come through, get a chance to win a PDF copy of the system. And the book is gorgeous too, some great art too. So it'll be fun to dive into it. I think that's the only thing I'm doing this month. So yeah, so that's it. Check us out there, and I'll turn it over to Keith for Stranded.
All right, so just a quick recap here. We haven't played in a while, and we're about to set out an adventure to see if we can rescue/find the captain who has gone. And so how we got to here is the group had found a mysterious signal out in kind of the mountainous terrains west of the camp. So they went to investigate, knowing that there is some form of technology on this planet. And so they were able to make it out there fairly easily. But on the way, they did notice some local inhabitants that kind of scattered as they approached. They continued on to the objective, and they found a good treasure trove of information. Basically, there was someone here before doing some type of research on the worms on the planet. And that they're not here any longer. The place has kind of been abandoned and dilapidated. The doors were kind of kicked down, so at some point you know that something on the planet kind of brute forced its way in. And so then they took that back to the camp to kind of further diagnose. But on the way, they first noticed that their speeder had been beat up, that something had hit it with pretty primitive tools and kind of bashed it up. But they were able to repair it, get it going just enough to try to make it home. But at which point they were ambushed by, they had found one of the Shalbot tribes who had, they discovered, worshipped the worms. They were able to defeat the ambushers and escape back to the base. Upon getting back to the base, they had done some further diagnosis, and they had learned a lot more about all of the individual worms and what's going on the planet, and then some of the research that was being done on the planet. But the captain at that time had not checked in. And so the captain had traveled south into the forests in the wilderness to try to find another site in case they had to relocate. And he had done this personally. He had brought a decent entourage with him to provide protection. And all seemed to be going well, but they haven't checked in. The group had also learned that the southern forests were extremely dangerous, that there was something there that the previous researchers on the planet had said that this is impassable from a ground route. And so now the group is headed out to see if they can find out what happened. And that's about where we're going to pick up, I think, unless kind of anyone have any questions or want to kind of fill in any other details I might have browsed over.
Muted myself as I was typing something. Yeah, no questions. Our player Talus was thought today was invasion or other for invasion, but it's not invasion day. Yeah, so no questions. I don't think. I was just
How did I get here?
What do you mean?
Well,
an existential sense, or
as a character, I was listening to the thing, and I don't recall Caspar coming along for the ride. So I was wondering how I arrived.
3 in the truck.
I had this idea based on what I was listening to from the earlier from prior episode, and I just thought I'd throw this out there. I think Fours suggested that perhaps Caspar put the wrong worm in the bottle of tequila. And I was wondering, what if it was one of the worms that we keep having to deal with? And I just got so wasted that I disappeared for basically an entire day and climbed into the trunk or into the back of the car and just crashed there. And now we're arriving somewhere, and I'm like, what? This isn't camp.
They open the trunk to get out the camping gear, and Casper's just there.
Oh, I'm using the camping gear in the trunk. I imagine I've got one of the sleeping bags rolled out. Anyway, just throwing out retro ideas for how I get there, for continuity purposes, you know.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not opposed in any way. But, yeah, sleeping off a hell of a hangover. Okay.
All right. So Casper's coming around after his 3-day binger there. And
no, it was 1 day. 1 day, 3-day hangover. That's what happens when you put one of these worms in a bottle of tequila.
There you go.
You're not supposed to ingest that.
I've had that happen. I understand. All right. And so just kind of there's a river that you have to cross, and Fours would have told you, because he had actually been on this journey with the captain to start, that they did take one of their speeders across the river. However, it is quite treacherous, and the terrain gets quite thick. So the progress might become rather slow. But you can, if you want, you can try to kind of forge the river and get the speeder across, or you can just go on foot and leave the speeder here. Either one would be acceptable.
I know last time we kind of built a makeshift. Oh, we probably don't have time to do that because we were looking for the captain. He's been gone out of contact. How long has he been out of contact for?
That's a good question. So it would have been a day. So he didn't check in the day that you arrived at camp, and you guys only stayed there for the day and then headed out.
Okay.
And now it's like evening, so you guys could continue. I don't know if you decided to take a long rest last time. Last time we had wrapped up, it was nighttime. I don't know if you wanted to camp and then say this is morning, or if you wanted to try to continue on through the night.
May make sense because we're all dark vision, right? Except for Caspar. I forgot droids don't get it. I always just assume droids have it.
Yeah, that's strange.
I'm just a human. I don't have the no.
Well, Orgus, he can see, but he's not very good at looking around. So a little easily distracted.
Did we take because I remember we messed up the last speeder. Did we take our broken speeder, or did we take a new speeder?
We took our broken speeder.
Yeah, and now we're parked alongside the captain's much nicer speeder,
which I assume Fours drives back, unless just for continuity purposes.
I mean, we could say that he's sticking around by the speeder in case the captain comes back.
Guarding it from, crazies.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm not liking the odds of trying to successfully cross the river twice with this, so
yeah.
I would suggest we do our best to make it across individually.
I agree. It'd be easier to just swim across and come back to hopefully a somewhat intact speeder.
So I believe we're going to try to cross the river unless anybody has a different direction to take this in.
Do we
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
How tall is this river? Because depending on that Reclaimer's gonna have a hard time.
So the river itself is rather deep, but you did know that the captain had crossed in kind of like little, like you want to call them rowboats or something they had set up, right? Those like little things that are
Oh, I
on
see.
strings. So you guys could easily cross on that.
I was worried the Reclaimer would have to retrofit himself to become a submarine.
Or at least buoyant, right?
Are Class 2 droids buoyant? Questions for another time.
I don't know.
I think they sink
They're-
like a rock.
It's a lot of metal. Metal doesn't
Yeah.
float.
Perfect. Yeah. So, do we want to go that night and cross the water, or it's probably better to sleep next to the speeders to protect them just a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
All right. So you guys just gonna kind of camp there by the river?
Yeah.
Camp by the river, keeping a bit of a watch, and
Yeah.
just kind of preparing for the next day.
Yeah, so there isn't really. You guys would know that these areas are generally pretty safe. You haven't seen any worms around in this region. They're actually maybe a little bit more north of the camp, not down here that you've seen. So you can go through the night, and there's nothing. So you are not interrupted, and you get a long rest. And yeah, you can wake up bright and early, refreshed in the morning.
Well,
By the morning time, is the arm completed?
I don't remember. What were you trying to do?
He was making a prosthetic arm on the fly.
Yeah. So
Give to our good
how
friend
much?
Tom.
How much does it cost to craft, and how much can you craft in a day? I'd give you a day of crafting out of it. But
Let me actually double check. I shall be fast about this. 450.
I think it would take 2 days. It's 250 a day. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yep. So you could get about halfway done.
All right, then. The bit shall be done another time.
all right.
But that also actually, no, we're not taking the speeder across. Never mind.
So over the river and
All right.
through the
So
woods.
you go, yeah, over the river and through the woods, and so kind of as you get on the other side of the river, the terrain changes a little bit. It's kind of a heavily wooded area. But it's still relatively easy to find. I think Casper can navigate automatically anyways. So you can quite easily track your way through. And it's very easy at this point to follow the path that the captain has taken. And it looks like it's just leading straight south. So you can kind of continue on throughout the day. There doesn't really seem to be that much around. There's definitely like wildlife, you can hear birds in the distance, et cetera, et cetera. But there doesn't seem to be anything necessarily out of place or anything that you'd consider dangerous in this region. And there is no sign of the Shawbots this far south. So your day of travel actually goes relatively easily. And if you want, you can kind of continue down and follow the captain's path as he travels south.
I agree. We should continue on and move as quickly as we can before the beasts gap our captain.
Well, fabulous suggestion.
All right, so you kind of continue down south, and it's the same thing. You find some maybe some game that a little bit different, maybe some larger animals down in this region, but nothing that necessarily looks ferocious. As you continue south, you do get to notice that the ground maybe becomes a little bit more rocky. It's definitely not as like soft and fertile as as in the kind of the northern plains which you're located, and the density of the vegetation kind of grows thicker. The travel becomes a little bit harder, but with Casper's ability to kind of to navigate, once again, you have no threat of necessarily being lost. You kind of continue down this path, and as you go, that just kind of continues, right? You can actually start to feel maybe a little bit of elevation. You're starting to kind of go uphill a little bit, and kind of definitely that terrain starts to shift. But other than that, the day kind of just passes by, and you get a full day of travel. It looks like you're definitely maybe a few days behind the captain. You're at this point pretty happy that you didn't bring the speeder. The terrain is definitely impassable at this point on the ground, and you kind of continue to travel. Sorry, it's my dog here. All right, and so you can kind of make the whole day, but it's starting to get later at night. If you wanted to camp, if you wanted to try to do something else, you could do that before camp gets set up, or if you want to try to get a little bit more distance, you're welcome to do that.
I definitely think we should push as far as we can. Maybe even to the point of lacking a bit of sleep.
I concur.
Perhaps we can use our inspiration to give us extra speed. I believe we have a few moments where we can truly inspire ourselves left.
Did you sneak any alcoholic beverages with you?
No, it's right here. I didn't sneak anything.
That explains the odd wording.
Well,
I had thoughts.
I've, by all means, I've no issue seeing in the dark, and I feel like we're making a good pace.
I agree. It'd be a shame to find the captain than find him dead. I'd rather be there before.
Okay.
On the contrary, it would be very good for the museum.
Yes. No matter what happens, I win.
The idea of a victory in the hand of revelation is kind of startling, but regardless, we shall press forward.
I am a genius. I always win. Revelation in the back just shaking his head. No, it doesn't.
Well, if we're going to push on, do we have to roll something to counteract exhaustion or some sort? Or
Yeah, go ahead and give me either a survival or perception. And
Are we all rolling this, or just one of us?
Anyone who wants, but you will have disadvantage on the roll since it's getting kind of later at night.
Or I can just do a straight roll because I have advantage on survival checks.
Yeah.
And I remind people of that at every opportunity.
Potent aptitude 1d4.
Okay. Remembering how this. There we go.
Don't forget
All
the
right.
D4.
And then let's add the D4 to that.
8 for perception.
So that's a modified 10 on my perception.
All right. So an 11, a 10, a 2, and an 8. Yeah. So you guys push on through the night. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary, but you do there is kind of one strange thing as you approach. There starts to be a river that kind of interwinds through, and at this point, there's a little bit of elevation gain. You can tell, but as you're going through and following the captain's path, it becomes quite easy since he set up these bridges, or you assume the captain had set up these makeshift bridges to kind of go over. So as you're going through and crossing over these rivers, they're very, very short. They actually have these bridges still stood up that the captain had used to cross over them. So you know for certainty that you are following what you assume at this point would be the captain. But yeah, you can continue to push through the night. If you do not want to rest, that is okay, but that you will have to make a check for exhaustion if you want to go kind of continuously without sleep.
Tavik's vote will be to push it.
I can car.
All right.
Dang, I'm not
Yeah.
getting as high as I usually do for the voice. Need to practice.
All right.
I like to push it, push it.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead and everyone give me a con. It's going to be kind of a tough check. It's going to be a con 15 to avoid exhaustion.
Okay.
I don't have great con. Oh, just shy.
I'm gonna
Just shy.
Dang. Is it too late to hand a potent aptitude to some? Actually, can potent aptitude work on saving throws?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but it would have to be as a reaction once the roll is made.
Nah. It can work on saving throws, but yeah, sadly. Ooh, that I did not see that in that one there.
Oof. All right. So luckily, there's no added or disadvantage there for a nat save there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did get a 12. It's just Kuro's of good old trusty Gorilla's exploit.
Oh,
But
yeah, I
even
forgot
then,
about that.
okay.
Yeah.
a little shy of
Nice.
just a little bit shy.
Yeah. All right. So if you failed it, if you didn't hit the 15, you do get 1 level of exhaustion. But we'll push through. And so go ahead and roll me, I guess now. So you push through the night. It's kind of getting to be almost sunrise. It's still a little dark out. But everyone go ahead and give me either survival or perception. It'll be at disadvantage. Oh, Casper's on it this time.
Survival 6.
All right. So, Casper, you notice as you're going along, the sun's starting to come up, so you actually starting to get a little bit of more light. And the captain's trail, again, is just extremely easy to follow. But you start noticing something else was following the captain. And with a 21, I'll just tell you, it's some type of canine. And it's a pack. There was a kind of a pack that was kind of probably following and scouting behind the captain as he traveled south. But outside of that, you don't necessarily notice anything else. But you do kind of notice that there's almost two sets of tracks, and that something was following him.
Tavik, I believe we are going to hunt. There are wolves of some terrestrial nature here, and they look like they're following the captain. When we find him, he may be ready to be part of a museum.
Tavik's big old smiles, tail starts to thump. And he goes, canines, are you sure? Wolves? Not these little
Yes.
worms we've been hunting. True pack animals, right?
I believe so. Do you have experience domesticating them?
In a certain sense.
I look forward to seeing your work.
Because this is the first, like, outside of the worms, the first, like, predatory animals we've come across, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tavik, I do believe he said domesticate, not euthanize, but I wonder if those are interchangeable for you.
Tomato, potato.
Well, here's the thing. If we fail to domesticate the first, perhaps our failure will teach the second to be more cooperative.
Domestication takes years, and you're likely to lose a hand or an arm. In August,
Well, that works out. You lose your hands all the time.
Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it would give me an opportunity to improve upon my craft, but by all means.
I have been working on this replacement arm for you as well.
And I'll give you this as a freebie. You would know at this point that the worms are an apex predator. So where you are at, that's why there is no other predators there. But as you travel further south, you can now assume that the worms don't go this far because now you've found other predators. And
Oh.
so,
Concern.
Well,
You could call them a next predator.
all right then.
did that feel good? That feel good to get out?
That was for all the dads out there.
We all take 6 points of psychic
All
damage.
Like, I'm not even mad. That wasn't bad. I'm not even mad. Ah.
Yeah, so Tavik would definitely be if they're following the captain, so he's following the wolf's trails by proximity on that one.
Gosh, there's just more spring in his step and a wag in his tail when he does it, though.
Oh,
Jeez.
100%. Like he was going through more on a duty sense before, and now it's like this is a vacation sense. Like, oh, yeah, we'll find the captain too, I guess.
Oh, I keep forgetting I have abilities. Infuse item. I remembered this time. Can I give that to Tavik for his fist?
Unfortunately, you can't because he uses his robot arm, which is enhanced.
Oh, dang.
He doesn't have armor. He doesn't
Well, good.
Well,
Caspar does have a rifle, and
I think his is enhanced too
is it?
because he has a
I like
siege
my
thing on it.
rifle.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Does anybody
Well,
not have enhanced armor?
I've got a BS blaster that I kind of try to use and fail at pretty often.
Yeah, +1 to hit now and +1 to damage.
All right, let's see if it's enough.
All right. So you guys gonna kind of continue traveling?
I think so. Yeah, keep pushing on.
All right.
But after this, I feel like we should try and take some time to rest. I'm down. I've got 1 point of exhaustion, and I don't think we can go on forever.
Yeah. So, kind of the early morning hours. You kind of walk maybe another hour or so, and you actually come across a camp. And it looks like that this was probably a camp that the captain and his crew probably had used. But as you approach, you don't see anyone there. And it doesn't look like it's been occupied for maybe 2 days at this point. So you'd assume you're about 2 days behind. You've definitely gained some ground, but you're still a little bit behind them, and so you just kind of come up on this camp.
Reclaimer's taking pictures of it like old Polaroid style. It's like, these will do well for the exhibit.
I would like to perceive yonder camp.
For what?
Okay.
You said we're coming up on a camp. I was just kind of hoping to do a perception check and see, like.
Well, I mean, I'd like to have Argus take a closer look at the camp and see if he can find anything.
Yeah. So are you still at a distance at this point?
I guess assume we're still walking up on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
let's
like
say-
taking a close look at it through the scope of my rifle.
Yeah, so we'll say you're maybe 150 feet out yet, 150, 200 feet out yet. And you kind of look, and it looks like just kind of an abandoned camp. It doesn't look like they necessarily left in a hurry, but they definitely had left some like tents and stuff behind. Maybe they had planned to use it another time. Maybe they had set this up as a way station. You're not really sure. But you don't see anyone, but you do see a couple tents kind of still standing. And it just looks like a camp.
The captain's last rest. I believe that is what I'll name this photo.
To be fair, that's kind of poetic.
Yes. However, anyone else get the feeling as though that this may be a trap?
But for us,
Oh,
or
it's
for the captain?
certainly a trap. Absolutely. No questions asked. Everything here is a trap. This planet is a trap.
I'm a trap.
What's the likelihood of both the wolves and the worms being smart enough to set traps?
I don't know. I just wanted to join in the fun.
Wolves can definitely set a trap.
Probably. We should set traps too. No? Yes?
Agreement.
That is a good idea, Gus. I'm surprised.
All right. Does anybody know how to set a trap?
Well, first we need bait.
Oh. Okay. Well, Orgus is gonna try to figure out if he can discern anything else about the camp. It sure was abandoned, but why would they leave this? Why would they leave this behind? Did they leave anything else behind the tents? Besides the tents, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'll just show you what the camp looks like here.
Uh-oh.
All right, so you kind of see that it's
trouble.
yeah, and so I'll give a little shout out to the Patreon. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. I get all these from the Reddit battle maps, so I like to give a shout out because they do great work. But anyway, so as you kind of approach, you're coming from the north. You kind of see this river that you're following down, and so it's thinned out a little bit. But yeah, you just see these kind of 3 camps up there. They had set up some kind of fireplace, but you would know that the entourage that he came with was significantly greater than what you'd think of just those 3 tents. But you don't see anyone necessarily here. But you would know that if he was to set up his entire group, it would be substantially bigger than that.
You said we came from up top, right? From the.
Yep.
Okay.
And so you're up top up there. You're traveling kind of south in this picture, and you would assume that the captain kind of went over the bridge there.
Well, if I can't discern anything extra from the camp, is there anything that the bridge can tell us? Does it look like it's been here for a couple of days or a couple of years?
Yeah, so this would be the same thing. It looks kind of makeshift, kind of hard to see from where you're at. But you would assume you've actually come across a few that look like that, and you would assume that the captain had set them up, and they had traveled across them.
Okay.
Interesting. These wolves must eat bones. If we found no corpses on the way here.
Or perhaps they dragged their prey somewhere else and consumed them at their leisure.
This is also true.
The captain's no easy prey. I'm sure he'll last at least a bit longer. The rest of the crew, who knows? But
yes,
the captain should be all right.
Well, once you've expired, you're just meat.
Yeah. And so I'm going to give this to Casper because the 21 perception, he would kind of know as you're approaching, you start to hear some noise from the southwest. And kind of we'll go ahead and put yourself wherever you think you'd be at this point on the map.
I guess I would have been trying to investigate, so I'd be somewhere around the camp.
Taking pictures.
Yeah. He'll be Taff will be next to Gus.
Let's say here.
Alright.
And you see pop up in the southwest corner we'll call them a pack of calf hounds.
Ooh.
And they were coming back from the south. They were headed back north as they approach.
And I notify the team in the event that I hadn't already. Over in that direction, there comes our wolfies.
Tavik smiles. This will be a fun hunt. It's come to us. When we see them, do they look bloodied? Do they look like they've recently gotten a kill, or are they dragging anything with them?
No, they don't have anything with them. You can tell that they probably haven't. If they've gotten a kill, it wouldn't be anything large, maybe a rabbit, right? They haven't gotten into a fight with any larger prey for sure.
So Tavik's nearly salivating, and he adds, and it looks like there's no blood, there's no signs that they've had to the captain. So they may have come up empty on their trail.
Well, should we I was going to suggest we hide, but you look too excited to quell.
You can
Okay.
hide if you like to. It'd be easy for the life tent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you would notice the odd thing is they're not hunting you in any way. They're just walking back from the south. And so you don't exactly know why. But yeah, it looks like maybe they were on the trail of something and maybe they lost the trail and they're returning. But they don't really look excited. They don't look like they just came from a fight or they're hunting of any kind. They're actually just kind of wandering back north.
Does it seem like they would be hostile to us?
You would assume if they spotted you, they would definitely be hostile.
Well,
Alright.
Gus is going to hide behind a tent. Would you like me to give you a stealth roll?
Yeah, anyone who wants can go ahead and take a stealth roll. You would have spotted them. I assume Casper would have spotted them a good distance out.
Solid, Gus.
That's as good as it's going to get for Gus.
I think we're about to do it. Ambush
think-
Predator time.
Yeah, he's gonna. Tavik will take his spot and try to hide too. He's gonna hide over here. Let me pull stuff for him. Oof.
All right, and
Fortunately, we all do have a level of exhaustion, though, guys.
is that disadvantage?
Yeah.
So we're getting spotted for it. At least Gus is. Good grief.
You fools! I actually passed. Revelation did not, so I
All right, let me see what their perception is here.
I think it's more than a 6.
This is gonna be more than a 6. You might have been okay. I forgot about the exhaustion. You might have actually just been okay. So it would be 13 would be their perception.
Tavik
Oh,
just-
you're
Wow.
close. Yeah, so anyone under 13 would have gotten spotted. But everyone else, you can actually be hidden at the start of this fight if you want. And at this point, go ahead and roll me initiative.
At this point, would Orgus know that he's not done that good of a job at hiding?
I'm going to let you play that as you want. You generally would not know. No.
Okay, then I'll let him feel confident in his hiding spot with a hole in it. Okay.
Are we going tactical?
I feel like every time that I don't, like, terrible things happen.
I mean, it's just 7 wolves. What's the worst that could go wrong?
I'm down for tactical if you guys want to go tactical.
Yeah, even though I think I'm going to be the weak link here. I rolled,
No, you won't. Look at that right there. We still go ahead of 4 of them. More than
All right. Is everyone rolled then?
Yeah,
Whoops,
I
let me
rolled.
do that.
That would be with disadvantage, though, right?
Sending.
Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't do disadvantage when you click on it, though.
Mhm.
Let me reroll
Oh,
that
you get
then.
disadvantage on an initiative too?
Initiative's an ability
Yeah.
check, but for some reason it doesn't like
Oh.
roll it with disadvantage when you do it. So let me re-roll that.
I did not think about that right there.
All right, so who's our lowest?
And
9.
there really, I think might have been me. Yeah,
All right.
there really is no way to like remove exhaustion outside of actually relaxing, huh?
I don't know of one. There's a couple like real high level spells that do, or powers, I should say. But I think there's like level 5th, 6th before you can do that.
No,
So
okay.
I think I told you this. If not, you at one point found some like herbs, right? Did you find the herbs in the cave?
We did, yeah.
Jacali root.
Yeah, and so if I didn't tell you, you can brew that into a tea that will remove 1 level of exhaustion, but it has to be during a short rest. And if I didn't tell you that,
kill these wolves.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if
well,
I didn't tell you that already mechanically wise, I apologize. But yeah, you can kind of
okay,
brew
I
yourself a tea
will
out of it.
add that note.
And I don't know if you bought another one of them or not, or if you just have the one.
I've got 4. Yeah, I picked up a few of them at the shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't realize I offered that many.
I got greedy, boy. Ooh.
All right,
Funny name, Roots. You betcha.
Yes, like potato or carrot.
All right. And are you guys doing? Is anyone doing tactical? Did you adjust for that already? Or are we all set?
I adjusted for tactical, so at least tactical will be going with Gus.
All right.
Oh.
I assume Casper, you're not actually over there by the wolves. Is that a duplicate? I'll delete it. Yeah, we'll assume you're over there in the rock. All right, and so you kind of see as the wolves, like they're just kind of walking up casually. They start to sniff the air, and you can definitely see they pick up the scent of someone, and they start moving in a hurry. And so the first calf hound will go 25 feet up to the bridge there. And then he's going to sprint off to the east. So he'll go another 35 feet here to the rock. And that will be his turn. The second one is going to go 30. He's going to sprint the same way.
Oh God.
And I don't know why you're ahead on that, Casper. I'm going to move you down. Can I just drag you? All right, there we go.
Yeah.
And there's a third one that's going to sprint over also. So, all right. And now it looks like you guys are up.
If I may, I'd like to go first.
Go for it, especially if you got some explosions and some crazy stuff you want to throw.
No, I'm not. I don't got an explosions just yet. Level 4. That I'd get that at level 5.
Oh, I meant like grenades. Yeah, not like explosion. Explosion.
No. So Reclaimer's gonna trudge up this hill right here, get just close enough, and he's gonna do this tech power that I only found out exists now. In this session, rather. On the Casper, giving him the ability to attack as a bonus action.
Nice.
We can't hear you, Casper.
I don't know why you couldn't hear me, just because I was muted and self-muting. Okay. I'm so I can now attack again as a bonus action.
Yep.
You don't
Okay,
need to
well,
reload either.
Nice.
I am going to mark this sum gun,
All right.
and let's see. I was looking at something that I was going to do as a bonus action a second ago. I think my fighting style allows me to mark a target. So if you want to give somebody else that perk, you probably
Yeah.
can't because that's a
Nobody else
ranged
uses
thing.
guns. Yeah.
Okay,
At
yeah.
least not well.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you do have the +1, so I mean, you could go full on Rambo.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah, I'll go. I guess I'll go ahead and attack twice, and I'll hold on to that. I'll hold on to my spiffy marking thing. Anyway, I'm marking this guy, and I believe he is in range of my sniper rifle. But let me just do a little measure thing here.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely in
Yeah.
range. You could
I think it's
Okay.
like 150 or something. It's crazy.
Because you're a Deadeye too, right?
Oh yeah. So if they have any cover at all, I reduce it by 1 step.
All right.
And I just want to
I would actually say he has partial because of the rock there. So yeah, but it will be reduced. So you'll be good.
Okie dokie. And yeah, my range is up to 150. So that works. All right. Let's shoot some people.
Real fast. Did you want the capacity boost or?
To attack twice?
take it.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
absolutely doing that.
Yes.
All right. So I don't think my 11 hits, but that 25 as my second roll, I think
Mhm.
that one sure as shoot hits.
What did you roll for a stealth?
My stealth.
Was it
I want to say that was pretty good.
10.
That was a 26.
Oh, you had disadvantage though, didn't you? Because
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
okay,
suppose I
all
had
right,
10.
yep, yeah. So an 11 will miss. I was gonna say you might
Okay.
have advantage on that, and you could have the 25, but all right. So the first shot kind of goes wide as the beast is moving just a little too quick.
That's 15 damage on that thing now.
Would have been.
That would have been a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Well, no,
you
it-
have to do the roll.
Oh, you.
You
Well,
got
I thought because I was attacking twice, I would just take the 11 and the 25.
No,
Reroll again?
yeah, rolling again.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Spirit of the game. Oh,
Well, that's
no.
far less beneficial. That's just there's my sails are without wind now.
Yeah.
What
so
do
you
I do
take
to
two
myself?
quick shots, and they go wide.
Oh,
real fast with Reclaimer. He's going to use his action to command Revelation. Oop, didn't mean to do it like that. Yep. And Revelation is going to kind of position himself right here. Bonus action, attack power, the Sonic Fists, and
Alright.
start carving. I am sad. What could have been?
Oh, man.
But that will be a 9, and I assume a miss.
Yes, a 9 will miss.
Yeah, that will be that'll be Reclaimer and Revelation.
Okay.
Havoc is going to just smile on his face, tail thumping, dash in using his bonus action dash as a monk. Getting a bit closer. He's going to take a swipe at the lead cat hound. This because he had a 14 with the stealth. I know he came in melee. That probably negates that, right?
No, I'll give you advantage on the first,
Okay.
only on the first attack, but I'll give you advantage.
He only gets one using his bonus action to dash, so hopefully he will make it count. Hopefully.
Hey, there you go, 16 hits.
Yeah, so he slashes at the beast with his claws. Needs to make a wisdom saving throw to avoid being frightened as he kind of just bursts out from the bush and just
All right.
ferociously slashes at
First blood.
it.
Nice, and you said wisdom save. He doesn't have anything.
DC 13.
So it would be a 10. So he fails. And so he takes 13 total, and he's frightened.
Yep.
So you can see that really hurt him. He's definitely bloodied. And he is frightened.
Tavio's about to go. Take that one down. First blood.
Why are we running up to them? They were coming to. Ugh. All right. Well,
Because it's a sporting thing to do.
it's not. Fine. So he's going to use his bonus action to move up to what he hopes is going to be close enough to. So, yep. Yeah, that should be more than enough, even here. Okay. To move up to. Was it this space here? That's where it was. Okay, so one over. To maneuver up to here and take a shot with his newly empowered blaster pistol and hope for the best.
See, Revelation does good work. No.
Revelation.
Wow. Why
Man,
are there
these
so many
rolls.
9?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
rough today.
This isn't even
Yeah.
rolls 20. This is just chance.
And it took a while for it to load for me, too. It was like, will it be good? No.
Will it be good? No.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all very tired today. This has nothing to do with my calibrations.
Yeah.
All right. Is that everyone then?
When I say it's
yeah.
not me,
All right.
when I blame the when I try to blame anything, but when I try to put the blame on anything but me and the arm, nobody listens.
No,
Well,
I
that's
believe
true.
this is
That's
because
true.
Mercury is in retrograde. That's what's causing this today. Mercury is in retrograde, and other planets are in fartograde, and there's just a lot of things that should be working well, and they're not because space stars.
Space stars, stars in
Space
space.
stars.
Space stars. All right. You still are out of range of him though, so he is gonna kind of run up. He's gonna dash up. So that is his full movement, and that's his turn. Then this guy is gonna dash up, and he's actually gonna get in melee range, but he can't attack. This guy's gonna dash up. And that's his turn. And then, Casper, go ahead and give me a perception. I'm going to give you advantage on this.
Oh! Is that canceled out by my exhaustion?
Unfortunately, yes. Oh, you roll normal.
Wonderful. Okay.
Hey,
We're just
just
gonna
remember, I
ignore
didn't make you
second-
push on. That was your choice.
No, I understand. So that's a
Alright.
9.
Another 9.
9. Okay. So you don't know why, but you do see this guy. He didn't look like he was going to engage in this fight. He looked like he's just watching. And then after all of these engage, he runs away.
Oh shit.
And he's gone. He's off the map.
I believe that one of the I'd say this into however I best communicate to the folks. One of them seems to be going to tell its friends about us. There are more.
You have a siege weapon. Take him down.
No, I can't. I didn't mark that particular target. Also, he's out of range now. I can't possibly hit him. But if in my turn, I will absolutely shoot at him if he's remotely within range. And I've got disadvantage on all shots up to 600 feet away. So.
Yeah, I'll give you. So he would be about 170 feet away. So I think you can take a shot still.
Okay.
It would be through these trees. I would give him. I'm gonna give him cover, so it'd be partial for you. Yeah, you can take a shot with him though.
Okay. Is it my turn yet? Can I do this, or is this just?
I think there's still some guys left.
Yeah. So it's there. So this is the guy in front. Since he is frightened,
We'll just
he is not going to advance forward, and he doesn't want to mess with you. But he will take a bite at Reclaimer, though, and he'll have disadvantage.
Revelation.
Oh, sorry, Revelation. And so he'll just take a bite with disadvantage. And that will be a miss. It looks like I'm rolling about as good as you guys.
Hey.
There is a god.
Oh, if we got 7 9s, that'd be something. But I don't think that's happening.
Oh, did he move?
Yep, he's running up on you.
He's gonna use my new feat, Sentinel. So you see Tavik reach back as soon as he sees that wolf run up on him and try to smack it with his claws.
All right, yeah, give me an attack. There you go.
That's wrong. Max damage on my psychic stuff. So another
Nice.
DC 13
So-
wisdom save and throw.
All right.
2 attacks and not a single nat 1 so far.
Oh, it's coming. When I'm not the player or the DM, my dice roll terribly, so it's coming.
And so again, that really hurt him. And actually, since he's frightened, he would be frightened at this point, and he cannot advance on you. Okay, so you have frightened 2 of them now, and so that will be his turn. He'll take the dodge action, I guess, as his action. So that's his turn. This next one is going to run up. 10, 15, 20. He's going to run past. Is that? I was going to mix up. Reclaimer. He's going to run past him. So you
That's
can.
Revelation still.
Revelation.
Okay. He's going to run
I'm
past
sorry.
Revelation and go for Tavik over here.
I like alliteration.
I'll get him right eventually.
We really need to put an R on your tokens so that one is Revelation and the other one will also have an R that says Reclaimer.
That'll clear
So
everything up.
Ah, yes, R1 and R2.
And R2.
God, I was so happy when I first made that joke. That I planned that for so long.
All right.
But he does have charge. So he came at you. Wait, would it be a straight line? Oh, where was he at?
I believe he was right here. So
it would not be a straight line, so he wouldn't have charge, but he will still take a bite. Yeah, because of his buddies all in front there, he couldn't get to you on a straight path. And he will have advantage from pack tactics.
That'll hit.
So 19, and it'll do 7 kinetic damage. And that's his turn. And now your guys are back up.
I'm just gonna real quickly take that shot.
Yeah.
Take that shot.
So he'll have +2 AC.
Oof.
Oh, you would have hit him if not for the cover. So you actually
Wait,
hit a
what
tree.
What about? Hey, aren't you a defiant human being? Who
Oh,
stands
yeah,
against
that's a good
the
point.
odds and rolls with D4 when things look tough.
As your human nature comes
And you
in.
play.
or were you merely pretending to be human?
It's a.
I got a D4 thing for being human. It's a thing that's not in 5e that I'm always forgetting exists.
Oh
So,
man, that's so glad that you remembered that.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It just happened to be.
16.
Nice. So with Defiant, that does hit. So give me some damage. Nice. So 14. So you wing him. He's still up. He's bloodied though, but he's still moving.
You are
You
able
got
to
another
attack as a
shot thanks
bonus.
to Reclaimer.
What? I can make a second shot?
You got the bonus
shot.
action. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the bonus action, you can make
Well,
another shot.
how long does that last, out of curiosity?
A minute.
10
Or
rounds.
until you lose concentration.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
over
magic.
here on this mountain. They ain't getting.
Okay. All right, let's take another shot.
Nice. Give me some damage.
Using those 600 feet, right? Or it was. Unfortunately, that would have a disadvantage.
It was at 170.
Oh,
don't think
so
range.
is that with disadvantage?
Yes. Yeah, because my range
Oh.
is 150 and then 600.
What was
Sorry,
the-
I thought
what
I
was
thought
the
we
fighting style you picked up?
communicated that.
Oh no,
I
no,
thought-
I'm sorry. So the first one would still have hit, so that would have been a 16, so that's still a hit. But that one with an 11 would miss.
And I
Did you
can't
take
just
the
use my D4 again. I can only do that.
Once
Yeah,
per short
once,
rest.
yeah.
Did you pick up snapshot or sharpshooter?
I have
Is it-
sharpshooter.
Mastery.
Oh, you don't have the. Wait,
You
does the sharpshooter one give away?
You need the mastery for
If
it. With
you have the mastery for
Yeah.
it, which do you?
Oh,
Or
do
is
you?
it just a fighting style? Like the
I assume it's just the fighting style. Yeah.
That'd be my guess. 'Cause he's a sentinel or not a sentinel. He's a scout.
Yeah,
I think
but
fighter's the only one that gets.
I think I might have something that increases my range though. It might
What's
be
your
from
archetype?
my
Are you a Deadeye?
might be from my Deadeye. Yeah.
No, no, because you have force powers. You're Inquisitor. Right?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
Alternate casting.
I'm a scout with force
Oh, okay.
powers. So
Well, if you
it's
pick
within the
Deadeye,
rules.
then you're. Oh no, if you're one, you have your target lock or your range is Corion.
Yeah, but that's a free action. I just mark that guy and make him my ranger's quarry, which
How far is the range on Ranger's Quarry though?
I think it's sight.
Anything in sight?
is it?
I think so. I think it got
but-
changed a couple editions ago. This it should be changed. Let me look it up real quick.
Within 120 feet.
Oh, it's 120 feet. Okay.
So he'd,
Hey.
yeah, he'd be out of range to be marked.
So the
Well,
calf
that's-
hound scampers away.
Yep. So unless there's something you can do, he's going to get away. That an 11 would have finished him though.
Man. I've been spoiled. I really want to do the reaction.
Help action.
I know. Yeah.
Now, for action, help action, don't you have to be in a certain range of the enemy?
5 feet.
Yeah.
Without all the scholarly stuff, you have to add with Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay, well that
Right.
would be my turn. I'm just looking at all of the rules to see if there's anything I can do to fight that, but I'll, hold on. Mark of the Deadeye. The range of your Ranger's Quarry feature doubles.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
All
There
right,
we
so I will
have it.
let you.
Normal and long range of your blaster weapons double. Although I don't know if that particular gun of mine counts as a blaster.
It's a
It'll
blaster.
be a blaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that you actually wouldn't have disadvantage on that. So you
So
the 19
yeah,
would hit.
so the 19 would hit, and so the 11 would kill it.
Yep, you take him down. So you kind of hear
It's-
him in the distance. He goes down.
Sounds a lot like that little
Perfect sound
sound effect in the
effects.
background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries, man.
Yeah.
It's adding to the effect.
100%.
All right, and so you take the calf hound. You could tell at this point he was definitely there to scout you. You would kind of see that the rest of these calf hounds probably are the scouting group for the actual pack.
So a group of 6 is a scouting group for a larger group of hounds.
Yep.
Yes.
Savage tail can only wag so hard.
So pack of what? 50? Okay, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to go very badly for us. Let's do it.
Reclaimer time. Action. Rhyme shot. Disadvantage on this bad boy over here. Hold on, let me. This one right here.
All right.
11 to hit.
11 will miss.
That is unfortunate. Bonus action. Ordering up Revelation, and Revelation's gonna try and take out this one right here.
All right.
So, Sonic Fist.
Oh,
6.
I-
You guys might want to start counting those nat ones.
Oh no, I think that's my first one, thankfully.
Yeah.
All right.
So bonus action, Sonic Fist. Can I take the now one? Because I don't think the 12's gonna hit, but I could take the now one.
12 barely misses. Barely.
So could I take the now one?
No. No, you can't just fish for nat ones.
Can I self-impose disadvantage? All right. Well, I'd like to use my Orgus's critical analysis with my bonus action on my good friend that doesn't ever say anything bad about me ever, Tavik.
He owes you a life debt.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
There's something I can do. I remember reading this like 20 minutes ago and being like, yeah, I need to save a dice for this.
Oops.
I can give as a reaction potent aptitude. Let me double check if
Oh,
potent
nice.
aptitude has a specific range.
And you give it
60
to the attack and damage. Nice.
So as long as this is
It is
yep.
exactly 60 feet. Yep.
Just
All
in
right.
range.
12
Nice.
sonic damage.
So 16 hits and 12 damage. And you said it's against this guy?
Yep. Revelation doesn't want to steal kills yet.
All right.
Plenty to go around right now.
So that definitely does some good damage to him. He's bloodied.
All right.
Unfortunately, you haven't taken any of them down yet. So this might Might get ugly.
Well, Gus still has his action, and I still got Tavic's actions too.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, all right.
And Tavik does have a +4 he can plop down on any attack he wants to make, or attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So I'm gonna try to get rid of this one that just got popped up with that sonic damage. That's right next to next to Tavik and Reclaimer.
All right.
Revelation. Yeah, we'll all get it right someday.
Last session.
No, listen. When I was first making these guys, Reclaimer's original name was Reclamation, but I was like, the names are too similar, and I can't spell reclamation.
I'm glad, because that would have been better. No, that's better.
I'm still not fixed Reclaimer.
Okay. Reclamation? What?
No, I spelled Reclaimer with 2 ERs at the end. I've still not fixed that.
Reclaimer.
Reclaim.
Reclaim
Double
next
reclaim.
time. Yeah. Well, the blaster shot goes what +1 to that?
Nice. Hits.
Nice. There we go. Give me some
I
damage.
did something.
Is this your
All
first hit ever?
No,
With the blast?
I think maybe with the blaster pistol.
Okay.
But you get your sneak attack too.
Yeah, I do.
Nice. Yeah, give me some
You're
damage.
a rogue?
Sorta. So at level 3, that's 2d6, right? Okay, so
I think so.
away it goes.
Solid.
Nice.
Don't forget you also
Finish
have
him.
the +1 damage.
So Orgus sees one coming around and is like, oh, this is that going to come after me? And then he fires a shot off at it and is surprised as anybody else to see it drop to the ground. Kind of looks at the gun, looks at the dead Cath Hound, and just woo.
Tavik looks back and just a real big lizard smile goes, "You did it, Gus. That is your kill.
Ha!
Congratulations."
What do I do? Oh, there's more of them. Okay.
We'll skin it later.
Feeling
Revelation is happy.
feeling a little emboldened. He'll even take a step closer. He's not a wise guy.
The adrenaline's pumping through. The
Yeah.
bloodlust has set in.
Yeah, it's like, saving lives. Pshaw, taking lives. No. All right, that'll do it for Gus.
All right.
All right.
Tavik is going to use his reach to kind of see his lizard eyes lock on the two he's frightened. He's going to try a swipe at the the one up top first with his cybernetic claws.
All right.
Oh, 13. Oh,
It hits.
Oh, hits. Oh, sweet.
13
I'll
hits.
use my, what's it called? So he slashes up with that one. So a wisdom saving throw versus a psychic. I'm going 4 today with the psychic. Nice.
All right. And so they're frightened until the start of your next turn. Is that how it works?
Yep, start of my next turn.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, it's next turn.
And-
Sorry. It's next turn. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So on their turn, they're not frightened.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. All right. So he has to make a wisdom save.
Oof.
Ooh. So he fails. Actually, take him down. Finish him. That psychic
that's a-
damage did it.
Tavik just completely in his element raises up Gus's monstrosity of an arm and just reaves through this, just raking his cybernetic claws through, and brings him to the ground. It's full smile on. He's using his monk bonus action. He's going to flurry of blows at 2 to get another attack in. First, an extra attack on the other one who's fighting. Hopefully that'll bring that guy down.
Nice. Yeah. Give me some damage.
Sweet. So kind of turns that
Oh.
next claw into him. Psychic not as great this time, but hopefully enough.
He has 9 HP.
Oof.
So we'll see.
Oh,
He is at 1.
Tavik smiling at the beast, living through the next that first strike. Makes his last one with flurry on the beast.
Nice.
and
Yeah,
just
finish him.
rips it to the ground. Like just claws it, smashes it to the ground, and ricks through. And he looks back to Gus. This is fun, right? This is what we should be doing. This is. I know I swore a life debt to you, but we could be doing this all the time versus the stuff you do.
I mean, my stuff is rewarding in certain way. We'll talk later. Yes, victory.
All right. Anyone else got a move left?
Celebration. The first kill from Gus.
Feels good, baby. Ooh, yeah.
All right. So this Cathound is up, and he's actually going to try to run around the group a little bit here and go for Gus to shoot and pop shot. So he's going to run through, and
Sweet.
you
Havoc
guys
is gonna
can-
hit him there.
Yep.
With his so you see like, gosh, you should not have stepped forward. And uses his sentinel to slash at the creature.
All right.
And they gain 4
And-
levels of slowed when he hits him. So he is stuck at that spot. Needs to do a wisdom saving throw to.
Oh, and he fails to save. So he takes 12.
Mhm.
So good damage. So he's bloodied, and yeah, he's stuck there. So he is frightened, and he'll take a swipe then at. I'm gonna get it right. Reclamation.
Revelation.
Sorry.
I had it. You confused. Okay, Revelation. All right.
Like, what I'm going to use in my head to keep it like so end times T1000 Revelation. That's
There we
what
go.
I'm gonna do.
Now that's what I'll do. Yep, I like it.
One of
So
these
he
days
will
I'll
have.
custom art for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need like a cheat sheet to keep up here. All right, so he's gonna take a bite, and he will have disadvantage.
I am.
The DM said, saddening as he said it.
I wanted to see what
Actually-
the damage would have been.
Back tactics.
Actually,
Oh.
I feel bad about this. He would not have disadvantage. So the good news is you will get to see the damage. So we max out the first, right?
Yeah.
And
So it'll be.
Oh, he rolled max damage.
It's
So
a
that's
max.
gonna be
2d4.
18 right there.
So it would be 10. Well, the second wouldn't be max. I don't know why that rolled 0, but it's 2d4. So I'll just roll 2d4.
No, it already rolled 2d4. He got max on the 2d4.
yeah.
I think it does 2d4 as regular attack.
Yeah, just his normal damage is 2d4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does
Uh,
15.
Wait, doesn't he max out one set of dice?
Oh, it already because it's first set, so it maxed out
Yeah.
itself.
I mean, he kind of did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was by accident or they did that, but yeah.
Oh, you can hover over it and see how it rolled, and he
Yeah.
just
Yeah, so it actually just rolled max damage on that. So, but it would be 15 total then.
So 15.
How's Revelation doing?
He took some damage earlier, right?
I don't think.
Was that the
No, he did. He took
yeah
7.
7? So that's 15. So that's 22. So that he's looking very rough. He's still up though.
All
He's
right.
still up.
So this
he
is
doesn't
the
get
one-
that naturally. Oh, he doesn't get the bonus action hit dice thing.
No, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh.
I
oh,
need to
is
get
that-
close.
Yeah.
1.21 gigawatts.
So the next Cathound is the one by Tavik. He's going to attack Tavik. He will not have pack tactics because the other one is down. So this will be just a straight roll.
Not telling myself, but he would. Well, he hits either way, but the guy over here would give it to him too. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, I thought it had to be by you. All right, so that's 6 kinetic damage. And
There's only one
unfortunately-
target.
Yeah, and he would just go after you. So he's
Okay.
gonna and he will have advantage on this.
Hold nothing back.
7 kinetic damage.
And
HP.
he is at -2, unfortunately.
And those 3 are all down. So you guys are actually back up.
All right. Yeah, Orgus is not that selfless.
Because
Not running up
lemonade
there on him?
is a touch, right?
Minister. Actually, I've got a minister aid. So
That
Well, why
is-
don't we wait and
touch.
see if we take a few more of these guys down first
yeah.
before we try and make him live again. And I'll start off by shooting at. No, that's not the button I wanted to use. At that schmuck. I still
Alright.
got the advantage on shooting at folk, so I'm gonna use it. I don't know why it always. There we go.
Did we get that free action hunter's quarry thing?
Yep, Frunder's Quarry on that sun gun. It really only gives me an extra a little extra damage if I hit it. Yep.
A 10 is going to miss.
Okay.
Still your bonus
Well,
action,
yeah. Still got the bonus action. Still got a swing with that one. So let's see how this goes with attack 2. Better.
Hey,
Significantly
Better.
There you go.
though. Nice.
Better.
Wow. Have you read what Penetrating 2 does by chance?
Because you should. 100%.
Oh.
It's super
I
relevant.
have read it. It's been quite some time, but I believe it does damage to the one target and then the one directly behind him, if I've got a line of sight. Which, let's see.
How
I'm not
much damage does
sure.
it do?
I used to have it on one of my 67 tabs, but let me.
You have to.
Wait, no.
I think you have to call it out. 'Cause I think it uses double animation or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, just I guess in the future, just to remember. So the first one would take 18 damage. Phew, he is hurting a lot.
I actually have penetrating written down.
Oh, don't forget your D4 too for Hunter's Mark or Ranger's Quarry.
Yeah.
That's already baked into the damage.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just kind of leave it on at all times because marking is a free action. So why wouldn't I just, you know?
I don't think you can just. I think you can't you only do it
For
a
like
certain amount of times?
Once per turn, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
still, if I'm only aiming at one target.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And I am looking up penetrating 2.
Found it.
That's right.
I'm gonna toss that into the Discord real fast.
When I make a ranged attack, I can instead attempt to.
All right. But yep, you've already done your shot for this time. But I guess
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
That is unfortunately one that seems to be needed to call out first.
I thought that it might be like, I think the auto ability where you have to, where like instead of making an attack roll, it's like a save instead. I don't know, but that's not how
No,
this
no,
works.
it's just
So.
call out and just use more rounds for your.
yeah,
Which is good when it uses the power cell ability that
because it doesn't matter.
Revelation gave you, or Reclaimer. All right.
Okay. Well, that's fun. We'll deal with that another time. Moving on.
What the rest of the compounds? Tavik, are you
Who's
gonna
up
do
next?
stuff?
Davik will, yeah, he'll start swinging. So he's gonna go after the one he frightened first. He's gonna burn another key point flurry of blows as well. So the one he frightened, he's kind of swing his cybernetic claw at it. And oof, bad damage. So that's the one over here. Yeah.
7. He'll have to make another save. Unfortunately, he will save, so he'll just take the 6. He's really hurting, but he's still alive.
Perfect. He'll swing at him again.
Nice. Give me some damage. Yeah, finish him.
Yeah, so he just kind of claws through another one, just smile on his face. And then he is going to take his last one with Flurry at the one that Caspar shot.
All right, give me some damage. And finish him.
All right, so he's just kind of just blood soaking his claws, just smile on his face, tail thumping, just massacring.
Nice. All right, so just the one left up.
Well, it looks like Tavik really didn't need to be critically analyzed, so Orcus is going to swap it to the last remaining one. And I need to make another attack for this, but let's go and swap that to intelligence real quick. So
Ooh.
he's going to attack this one here with the blaster pistol.
All right.
Assume a +1 to that.
So 14 hits. Give me some damage.
And assume a +1 to this.
Nice.
Nice. 10.
Oh, no.
There you
sneak
go.
attack.
Yeah, so it'll be 11 total.
Yep.
Nice. So he's bloodied.
Okay.
Does the ally does need to be conscious?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Dang.
I think Revelation hasn't gone, or Reclaimer hasn't gone.
Revelation absolutely hasn't.
Yeah, Revelation can't go.
Yeah, Reclaimer can. Disadvantage because long range rhyme shot again.
Alright.
Going at the one that brought down his good buddy. One he could consider a brother, and so 12.
12 is just gonna miss.
I unfortunately have nothing to bump that up, sadly.
Wait.
Alright.
Wait a minute. If that thing is rapid 5, doesn't it have to be a dex save?
It is auto, yes.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, then I picked up the wrong weapon to use then. Because then I wouldn't be able to use Rhyme Shot at all with this.
Yeah.
I forgot.
We can figure it
that
out
was the
later, yeah.
thing. Yeah.
They changed all the weapons around.
Yeah,
And it just got a little confusing.
Yeah, Tegan, I'm gonna need like 5 minutes at the end of this for invasion. Just throwing that. Yeah.
I listen. I'm still confused about Keen Auto. Will you be around this hour?
There's some strange stuff there. All right, so is it the Hound's turn?
Their turn now, I guess.
All right, so he is gonna see all his buddies down, and he's gonna run. You will get a shot. You get an attack on him because he'll be moving away.
Oof.
Oh, it's gonna go wide.
Hey, the tactical thingamabob can be given as a reaction. Wait, no, it can't. Never mind. That's 5th level.
Yeah.
I'm effectively a level 1 scholar, so not a whole lot going on there.
All right. And so then that's going to be his turn. So you guys will be back up, and Tabby, you can just run him down for days, right? You can just
Tavik could, but Caspar, he's going to point to Caspar and give him the shot.
All right, Caspar, bring him down.
I shall mark him with the marking thing that I do every turn that I usually don't bother announcing.
Before you do all that fun stuff, just because I really want to hedge this bet, I will critically analyze you and tell you all sorts of things you can do to tighten that shot. Loosen your elbow, but tighten your elbow. Keep it loosey-tighty. That'll grant you a +4 to whenever you want to use it in the next minute.
Is that before or after the roll?
It's after.
After. You can use it after.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous that it would be after.
Not that you need
Nice
it.
ability. Scholars are pretty
yeah.
sick.
Luckily, I didn't need it.
Mhm.
No.
I just
Alright.
shoot at some guy.
Give me some damage.
Oh shit!
Oh
nice.
my god!
Wow. All right, so finish him.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Shoot the
Is this-
dog in
is
its
this what-
caboose.
My arm won't stop doing this. Is this okay? And I shoot at him, and I have to ask, what part of his body do we want to retain as a trophy? I would ask this specifically to Tavik because I know. I want to say you like keeping parts of them, don't you?
Tavik is looking at his haul and go, "Your kill, your choice." Okay.
All right, I'll just take him out at the head.
All right, so you
Sick.
bring him down.
Gotcha.
And so at this point, you would not hear any other commotion. You would not hear any other hounds coming. I will just tell you, if the first one got away, you would now hear hounds coming. But so you're good now. And actually, this is probably a pretty good chance to take a break. So we'll just go ahead and take maybe 5-minute break, refresh our drinks here, and then see what you guys want to do.
For the sake of just getting it out there, I want to administer a little bit of aid to Revelation.
You got it right.
I told you, T1000 end of the world. It works.
Perfect.
All right.
We'll pick back up. Oh, what time do you want us to come back?
Just do 5 minutes. So 8:20.
Perfect.
All right, and I'll see y'all in 5.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of Stranded. One quick thing before I turn it over to Keith. I mentioned this at the start, but just another reminder. September's a short month for the channel. We'll be gone for a couple weeks at the end of the month. But join us for the session of Into the Odds, September 14th at 7. Kind of our usual game of the month standard. We'll be giving away a copy of the PDF. There'll be some YouTube videos. I should have recorded today with my day off, but I did not. Some YouTube videos sometime this week going over first impressions and how to build a PC for it. But go through, subscribe if you haven't, and keep an eye out for that. And then join us on the 14th, and hopefully you'll be able to win a copy of the PDF. And this book's actually pretty cheap, so I may do a full hardcover. I haven't decided yet, so stay tuned. You may get to be able to get a hardcover on that side as well. But I'll turn this over to Keith.
All right. So the group has now killed all of the Kothhounds, kind of the scouting party for the pack. And now, what do you guys want to do?
Revelation will start skinning them on the spot, just like taking the skin, preparing the meat to either bring back or to have a bit of a feast after we find however the captain is. And Reclaimer's patching him up with some aid.
All right.
Tavic's gonna walk up to Gus and give him a big pat on the back. And actually, I'm like, Gus, no, today, Orgus, you killed that beast. You hit it.
So is that what it takes to earn your respect?
For today.
I will enjoy it for today. Goodness. Anybody else just bushed? Whew.
I am suffering the effects of exhaustion. 1. I'm pretty wore out. I wouldn't say I'm at exhausted 2 yet, but I believe which would be like a double exhaustion. But I'm definitely at exhaustion 1.
Is that the scale of
unpleasant.
1 to 10? No, 1 to 5.
I was actually thinking like 1 to 20, which I know is a weird scale, but Papa would always say that it's not really a scale if it's not between 1 and 20.
You have very confusing customs.
Yes, I mean,
Tavic just nods.
I mean, I understand why maybe a base 10 system, but I didn't think that humans use their toes for their method. Regardless, considering that we have a camp set up, present, a stone circle with, just begging for wood and lots of meat begging to be cooked, why not we take a moment and relax, eat something?
I would second that, and I would break out my chef's kit and get started working on the meat we have in front of us already.
Right, relish the spoils of war, so to speak. He'll give a little bit of a little jab in the side of Tavic.
Tavic's still beaming, like, you're all right, Gus. You're all right. Orgus, today.
Be still, my heart. Well, I knew I'd earn your respect someday.
All right. Go ahead and give me 2d6.
Any of us or all of us?
Just one person. Yep.
Let's give it to Gus.
Emboldened by his recent victory.
Emboldened by the flames of ambition.
It's good or bad. I don't know.
It's a number.
It is a number. All right. And so you guys, I assume you wanted to take a long rest. You can take your long rest.
Are we long resting?
Or, I'm sorry, short rest.
And
you don't get rid of exhaustion on the short rest, do you?
No, but Orgus can brew some tea.
Mm-hmm. And that counts as the whole party. Like one use of it would be enough for everybody.
Oh, one use is enough. Oh, that's even better. All right. I think you have to clear out your stash.
Oh, goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, this was a wise purchase. As he sips and feels invigorated.
Is that usable on droids?
Do they drink?
Reclaimer's good, but Revelation does have exhaustion.
blow the vapors on you. I don't know how that would work.
I don't. If you don't eat or drink, I'm not for sure that would work.
Revelation, just
you know
with his
what?
blade hands, pinky out, just pouring down his face.
I suppose it's better than animal's blood, so an improvement nonetheless.
Perhaps if Revelation was the receptacle for which the tea was brewed, then he might acquire the effects of the tea because they were simmering within him.
Oils here.
I am not installing a brewery onto Revelation. That is what Reviver was for.
I didn't know you had a third.
Oh, we have many. We also have Resurrection.
Yeah, so the tea would not work, unfortunately, in droids. Yeah.
Well,
Redemption.
I believe we can all sympathize with what would have been regret. Good grief.
Yes, regret. Died tragically and horribly 3 separate times. We're all droids. We can back up our memories.
All right. Tavik is going to do some hit dice to get a little bit of HP back.
Well, I mean, I can before you spend all that.
Well, go ahead.
Oh well, because Orgus here has a few tricks up his sleeves, plural. One of them being I had it somewhere in here. Okay, use a trauma kit. I think that's it. Sorry.
How down is everyone that is, biological as opposed to attempting to become biological?
Well, Tavik was down 12 before Gus, or what? See what this is.
Reclaimer, I think your camera's off. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Yeah, I am just devouring bread at the moment.
Bon appetit.
Sorry.
Oh, extra 1d6 hit points too. Sweet. Yes, let me roll another d6.
Or, well, if that's the case, instead of that, I'll just administer some aid before we take a nice little relaxing rest.
Let me burn the hit dice for Revelation.
I'm gonna start casting heal on you, and what he's trying to do is disguise it as just rubbing your back gently until you feel better. And I don't know if that'll work as disguising my force abilities, but that's what I'm gonna try and do in this moment.
Hello?
I do think Tavik's the only organic that suffered any injuries here.
Oh.
So, I mean, if it would be anybody, it'd be to Tavik. Is that what you're going to do, Caspar?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So I added... So that 7 should be to... Is that... Oh, no. Okay. Why aren't you doing what I told you to do?
Did you do the double brackets?
Cast at what level?
Because at this point, with his hit die and Gus's healing, he would be at full again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then just say screw it to my casting any spells. But that's what I was going to try and do to save us from any consumables.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
the short rest casters get it all back anyways. So.
Which thankfully good old Gus is Hurrah, hurrah.
Yeah.
Hooray for being a scholar.
Let me check something. So yeah, it is that. So if you do double up the square brackets, you can put in a macro for your spells to automatically roll whenever you click it. Just have the dice in it. So these.
Okay.
Morgan. Okay. Besides resting up, does anything else happen to us, or do we do anything else?
You don't, but kind
Wait,
of.
is the arm finished?
You'd have to kind of hang out all day and do it. If you wanted to kind of hang out today, and
Nah. I won't drag time out too far for the bit.
all right. So you do, as you kind of finish the long rest, though, you do start to hear some kind of noise, some howling kind of north of you. And it does seem not necessarily close, but it does seem like they're moving your direction. But you do get your long rest.
Short rest?
Sure.
I keep saying long rest. You do get your short rest.
Okay.
But yeah, you do hear some kind of hounds north of you.
North. Oh, so yeah, okay. So that's away from the captain's trail, right?
Yep.
All right. See.
So we'll just see them on the way back.
Exactly.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so for this next part, we're going to do a little bit of a skill check. And so I was going to have you roll a straight 1d6, but you took a short rest, so it's going to be 2d6. So you need 5 successes. So as you guys start to pack up and head out, you do start to hear those hounds maybe getting a little bit closer, and you start to hear them kind of yapping at each other a little bit, as if they kind of have picked up on your scent. And they're going to start closing the distance. So how is the group going to try to evade them?
All right, so they picked up on their scent. Superstar scent. Tavik's pretty quick. So he's going to try to, I don't know if anybody else has anything smelly or kind of like that's really soaked in their scent. He's going to take his own cloak off, and he's quick. He's going to try to run it to a different location and kind of meet back up with the group, and hopefully kind of throw them off the scent a bit.
Yeah, go ahead and give me either athletics or acrobatics.
All right.
And this will be DC 14
Sweet.
as a success.
Well, isn't that something?
Oh, you already rolled. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
scroll down.
It was perfect time. I was like, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So you're able to kind of throw them off a little bit. It slows them down, but you can still hear them kind of coming.
Okay.
And at this point, I'm assuming you guys want to flee south towards the captain, but you guys don't have to. If you wanted to go a different direction, you could.
I am back.
Welcome back. We are running from the Cathhounds in the middle of a skill challenge, in case you weren't aware.
Or-
Zero failures on a foul.
Running towards them for the great hunt.
Or that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. 4 versus 40. 5. Can't forget the good old revelation. Okay, so Orgus is going to try to discern if there's any particularly pungent plants in his natural vicinity, and see if he can identify them and kind of rub them on himself and pass them to the others to kind of mask their scent.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me what would that be? Nature?
That's what I was going for. Yes.
All right. Give me a nature check. So 14.
Okay. It's a good thing that Orgus is kind of brilliant and Arcanian.
Oh,
and this is an intelligence check.
Yeah.
But not quite.
So unfortunately, you do find a plant that has a strong scent. but it is poisonous. So you will take 1d4 for whoever you rubbed it on first.
That would be Orgus. Not because he's selfless, he is a bit selfish. So, 4 it is. Oh, look,
Oh,
what
so
I would have
3.
wanted.
3 damage. And
Yay.
so the reaction is immediate. It burns the skin. So I assume you would not then try to apply it to the rest of the group.
Ha!
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
stupid plant life. And
Good doctor, you think too small. The answers are not in the natural world, but the technological. Reclaimer would like to roll technology for basically bass boosting a sound effect to a piercing degree to dissuade them from coming further by harming their ears, almost like a sonic thing.
All right. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Is that natural crit or is it just 18?
That is just the 18.
right.
Unless Revelation could give the help action.
Not in a skill check. It's so we wouldn't be able to do that.
All
So
right.
that would be another success though. So you can hear as the noise kind of pierces out, it confuses the hounds, and you can tell they're a little bit hesitant to come forward. So that's 2 successes, and you will need 3 more.
God, I'm so
Nice.
torn between the sound effects of either like episode 3's like the I forget the name of the creature, but the one Obi-Wan does to get the Tuscans away. Or the part reverb sound effect. I have simple humor.
At this point, who hasn't had a chance?
Casper.
I haven't really done anything yet, but I'm not entirely sure what I would do other than just, run and be like, maybe
yeah.
maybe I do a survival check and try and go, this is the fastest way to get away from them, or maybe I see something that I can that they would want to stay away from. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, absolutely.
survival
You can do
check.
that.
Or my stealth. Wonder, can I use like a stealth check over the team, or
What would you be
I
doing?
don't know if that would do anything for.
Yeah. If you can flavor it in any way, I'd give it to you. But survival makes a ton of sense, though. If you wanted to try that, you could certainly try to navigate and lead the group through.
With stealth, what I would try and do is I would try and because it still feels very survivally. What we're trying to do would be like trying to find like a particular batch of like a particular part of the forest where you could hide or something, but that's still kind of like perception, all that. So, all right, survival.
All right, 15. Nice. So yeah, you're able to pick a path through, and you're gaining a little bit of distance. You can tell that the hounds are having a little bit of trouble trying to follow you through the kind of the narrow path that you chose. All right, so I think are we at 3 successes? All right. And so top of the order, we'll go through again. If anyone can kind of think of anything else, you can try to go for those last 2 successes. If we don't get the last 2, that's okay. But it will be kind of a con check to avoid exhaustion as you just try to just outrun them.
Great dragon. That's what it was. The sound effect.
Great dragon on that side. Tavik will, as he's kind of running through with the crew, he's going to try to. He's hunted a lot of canine type creatures before. He's just trying to put himself in their mindset and try to avoid like the areas that kind of the paths they're most likely to choose to come upon them. So he's going to try to take them to areas that dogs may be more hesitant to go or maybe likely to avoid.
All right. Yeah. What would you label that
If
as?
possible, insight check.
Insight. Yeah, I give it to you.
Oof.
So you do kind of find like a ridge that you know they wouldn't be able to catch their footing and they have trouble following. Unfortunately, you also lose your footing. So give me a D4.
As you see Tavik like, this way, everybody, and he just biffs it.
Stubs it so.
Slides down, nothing to do with the arm, but he glares at the arm and looks at Gus. He glares.
How fickle you can be. With the same idea in mind, for remembering that he actually might have something that could help with this, he remembers that he's got a bit of that Trandoshan moonshine bouncing around in that pack of his. So, trying to apply that to kind of disinfect the burgeoning wounds on his hands, and maybe try to throw off the scent of these hounds.
Yeah, you do know that is some strong stuff. As soon as you pop that, you can smell it, and it would certainly not be something that Kath hounds would want to follow. So yeah, go ahead and give me what would you call that a skill check for?
If I want to like game it hard, it'd be medicine, but because that's my best one. But
I give you medicine. Yeah, you could use it as almost like an alcohol, like a yeah.
Disinfectant. All right.
Nice.
Nice.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, so you're able to kind of disinfect your hands, from the plant that's causing the burns. And almost by accident, like everyone in the group knows. And within like probably 100 feet of you, every living thing knows you just pop the cork in that. And you can hear the hounds kind of yipping at each other as they're hesitant to continue chasing. All right, so we just need one more success.
All right, Claimer, Casper, you guys are up.
Just perception check this time to do basically what I did last time. Try and find a good path.
Sure, yeah.
That would be a
Is that
10.
an-
I only have advantage on survival.
Okay. Yep, so that's going to be the same. As you're kind of picking your way through, unfortunately, you fall through a log and some bees come out. And so take 1d4.
No one's resistant to bee damage.
This is true.
I
I say bees because I've had that happen. It hurts so bad.
Jeez.
At that,
Yeah, that sounds unpleasant. Okay, so 1d4.
Mhm.
I messed with hornet's nest once when I was a kid and got like stung like 6 times. And it was
God.
I was 8 at the time. So it was like the end of the world for me at that point. But even as an adult, it still seems terrible.
Yeah, man. Caspar just got
Okay.
caged.
All right.
And again, that's hit point damage, right? That's not my. Okay,
Yeah, just regular hit points.
that's
Yep.
unpleasant.
Oh, wildly so.
Bring us home,
All right.
Reclaimer.
So
Alright.
I know Reclaimer can do skill checks, but could Revelation instead do the skill check?
Yeah, just one of you could do it. Yeah.
All right. So Revelation, being the slasher movie creature that he is, could he basically be parkouring? Because we're in like a forested area, right?
Yeah.
Leaping and bounding off of rocks and going through the trees, kind of keeping himself stable with his claws, digging in occasionally, going for acrobatics, and basically trying to help lead us forward.
Yeah. Go for it.
6. So that does actually bring up a question. Does this damage affect both Revelation and Reclaimer? Because I would be okay if it did, since they are
So it would
character
just
and
be
companion.
it would be just the one doing the skill check. Yeah, and so as as Caspar
Just go
falls
stuck in the
through the
tree against
log,
the
he does so. Yep. So he goes to parkour and gets stuck in the log, and then the log just rolls over and he face plants. And he's like, I shall lead us. Boom.
Follow this way. Oh shit! Oh, that's unpleasant.
Oh my god. So that's a D4 for that.
Yeah. Lead us to an early grave, it seems.
I imagine that is more so emotional. Ooh. So
Yeah.
that
Your whole-
that's the teeth 1000, and that's revelation right there. Reclaimer just basically driving past that, just like, wow, I am glad I am not him right now.
Right? His hull is barely dented, but his ego is wounded beyond repair.
All right. And so for this last one, so you only need one more success. So the skill check is going to be fairly easy. It's just going to be a con 10 to see if you can push through the tiredness to continue escaping the Cathans.
All right.
This is a group one.
Yep. Just everyone go ahead and give me one.
All right.
Okay.
Poor Gus.
Nice. Well, doesn't it actually count as a? Don't you have advantage on that?
How the
Oh
hell?
yeah.
I do. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
just at my end, it looks like I rolled a 9 and a 17. Whatever. Roll 20 is funny.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
You
No, like
might
on my
be,
dice.
Wait, what?
I got the 3D dice.
Oh yeah, you might be seeing someone else's roll for that.
Could be. Might
yeah.
be.
All right. So everyone does pass it. So you kind of keep running south, but you notice as you come through that the hounds stop chasing. It actually looks like they're going to close in on you. You can see them. They're within distance of you. Might have to turn around and just fight it out, and they just stop. They just flat stop and just kind of stare at you, and then wander away.
Is there any sort of obvious barrier that we've crossed?
Well, you can give me either survival or animal handling. Either one of those would could give me a roll and see.
I'll try animal handling.
Nice.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
There you go.
Gus is on fire today.
Yo, what? I am one with the beasts. All right.
Yeah, you would know that they would be scared of something. And as you look around, you don't hear anything. You're in the woods and you don't hear anything. No birds, no crickets.
Well, was anybody else less scared when we were being chased by the hounds, or is it just me?
I am reminded of a quote at this current moment. There is always a bigger fish.
You see Tavik nods, goes, Reclaimer has it right. There's always a bigger fish, and we shall be able to hunt this bigger fish. It will be coming, hopefully, if the cat hounds are scared of it, it will come to us. And we can bring the pelt to the captain and show our valor.
Wait, but we're on land. What do you fish? Oh,
And Tavik goes, it is an analogy, like real condescendingly in his voice. The one time he can look down on Gus, the one for an intellect thing, he seems proud of himself too.
yeah.
He's-
Well, Gus is wildly intelligent. However, he's not very wise. He's the opposite of, actually. Oh, well. Yes, an analogy. Right. Well,
The
fish.
worms were not seen going through here. This might be some new creature, or worse. They are here, and it is a separate sect of creature, a separate genome, species of worm.
Truly, I go insanely tired of all the wild fauna on this planet.
Well, no sense worrying about it. Let's take a look around.
Yeah. So you kind of take your bearings a little bit, and you notice that you're still pretty close to the captain's trail. You haven't seen anything that would suggest that the captain was in any type of fight, or you haven't seen any of these Cathhounds down, or so you can kind of assume that maybe they didn't get into a skirmish with them. But the foliage becomes quite dense as you continue. And it was kind of like a well-trodden path, like maybe someone long ago had tried to build a path, and then it kind of had gotten overrun. Now it looks like they started to stop, like they stopped trying to cut their way through here as the foliage starts getting dense. But you still see the captain's path, and you can still follow it further south.
Well, if we're going to rescue the captain who, as of so far, we don't know if he's actually in any danger, the trail does seem to go that direction, which may also be the direction of death. Tally-ho!
In the occurrence of death, what do you want your exhibits to say on yourselves? I've yet to record all of your personal histories.
Here lies the ash of Orgus Cordra, because I don't want to be puppeteered and after death in your macabre room of horrors. Please just let me die out here or burn me or something. No offense.
Tavik shakes his head and goes, "You're free to mount my scales. Put Teali's Tavik free of his life debt. Greatest hunter of all the galaxy. And put free of his life debt twice."
Why
That will bring people in. The mystery of the life debt and the grandness of the greatest hunter. I like that.
Put it next to the ashes.
Why do you sound almost wistful when you say that, Tavik?
Well, he looks at his arm and goes, "You have done me a great service, and you killed something today, so you are Orgus today. But tomorrow you'll be Gus, and the days will continue to mount up in your service."
Always a pleasure, Tavik. Always a pleasure. And you try to help a guy. What do you get?
He did fall down because of the arm.
I suppose the hunt for the captain continues.
You guys gonna push south?
Push south, yeah.
All right. So it's about mid-afternoon this point. So you've been running for a few hours now. So you kind of continue to push south, and you start to see that maybe the captain's trail becomes a little bit harder to follow. And at this point, you will have to kind of assess and taking your surroundings and see if you can kind of re-find it, as the foliage just becomes extremely thick. So someone give me a survival check. Or you can all, if you want to all search, you can all give me a survival.
Tavik rolls his Caspar.
Before that, I would like to make a nature check, because something came to my mind, and I think it would have come to Reclaimer's mind as well. Can you check the fauna to see if it's carnivorous in any way? If it shows signs of it?
Go ahead and give me a roll.
13.
So the fauna itself didn't change. There's nothing you'd notice definitely, like certainly out of the obvious, other than it just has gotten much, much thicker. And that includes the foliage overhead too. It's still light out, but you don't have any direct sunlight at this point. The foliage is quite thick overhead.
Ooh.
Mhm. All right. So what do we get? Was that the survival check to find the path? All right. So Casper does. So as you're kind of taking your bearings, Casper does find the path. It's kind of hard to pick through, and you actually kind of have to double back once or twice. You're losing a little bit of time, but you can continue on it. And so your pace is certainly slowed, but you kind of slowly pick your way through, and continue on the journey.
Alderon 6 is in retrograde. Otherwise, this wouldn't have been a problem.
All right. So as you kind of continue through, someone give me, actually, so you're kind of coming through, and you start to see what looks like the path becomes very obvious again, and it looks like people have maybe moved quickly. Like before, you're just kind of seeing maybe about 20 people working their way through the woods, and you can kind of broken branches. But as you get further, you start to see that these people picked up their pace, and they actually spread out a little bit. The path kind of branches out several directions, and you can see at this point that they had probably were running through the forest.
They've realized they've been hunted by something.
It was enough to make 20 men scatter.
Well, last I checked, we are significantly fewer than 20.
Don't sell yourself short, Orcus. You've killed a beast today. You could kill 2, maybe 2.5 other beasts.
But maybe an actual other beast and maybe a baby beast.
That seems fitting.
Yes.
Oh, a
Remember,
good observation. What they were chased with could have only been a baby. And there could be its mother close by. This is humor. Laugh.
I
I
want
really
to do
hope.
I'm gonna do a deception check to make that see if that laugh was believable or not.
It's very believable, especially to a robot.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Funny, terrifying. They're all extreme emotions, aren't they?
I am scared.
Well, is there any sort of indication as to what might have been chasing them through, if they were even being chased at all?
Give me a perception.
Ah, yes, my better skill. Ah, Orgus, you big idiot. Perception.
Investigation is for investigating. Perception is for seeing. See,
Oh,
yeah,
it's true.
seeing
Yeah,
if
you could
something's
give
close
me
by.
an if you want.
Invest-
Yeah, you could actually see investigation. I apologize. You want to do?
Oh
that instead?
no, I was saying that because it made me worried. Like perception, are we about to see it?
Well, take from that what you will.
Was that a 16 and a 9?
That was initially I was a 16 for perception. Then you said roll investigation. I did, and that was a 9.
All right.
So, however you want to rule it, that's on you, Buckaroo.
The doctor looks around, and he has deciphered that you are in a forest, and that there are maybe life forms around.
These woods
and probably
teem with
states
life.
that in a very condescending way.
Right. The
Also
woods are
my-
filled with wood creatures. Just
Also
not
my-
right now, though.
In there to investigate. Yeah, 16.
Yeah. So as you're kind of looking around, and you look up in the foliage, and you kind of notice that you see some webs. And as you kind of look a little bit closer, and as you're kind of staring up at the trees, you kind of notice that as you go up and higher in the trees, the webbing becomes kind of thick. but you don't know necessarily what was chasing them or what had happened. But that's maybe the first like sign of creatures or life forms that you have seen is just the webbing above you.
I have made a fatal error. I looked up.
What do you mean? What's above us?
Let us continue.
Tavik looks up and like excitement and fear both play out. He goes, I do not like spiders.
You know, I can't think of a sentient that does.
You could use their webs and wrap it around your arm to make sure it doesn't fall off.
He looks really confused. He kind of looks to Gus. Would that work?
I mean, probably not. I don't know. He's not a doctor.
All right. So as the group continues, are you trying to at this point? Are you still kind of moving casually?
I think all semblance of being casual about this is gone to the wind. I don't know
Probably
about you all.
quickly, yeah.
Yes, with haste in our step.
All right, so you kind of hasten your step, and as you kind of approach, you start to see a little bit of a clearing, and in front of the clearing, you see what looks to be a camp. And this is full on. It looks like that maybe this is where the entire entourage was set up.
Past tense.
You don't see anyone in the camp.
Do we see any bodies or any like signs of conflict or struggle?
You even at this distance, you can tell a lot of the like tents and stuff have been damaged, and the ground is certainly like scuffed up. So you don't see any like signs of like blood per se, or you don't see any bodies, but it certainly looks like something happened at the camp.
Oh boy. Well, I suppose this warrants a closer investigation. Does anybody disagree or have any other reservations?
No, we must find what happened to the captain.
Gaspar, Reclaimer, Revelation?
Agreement.
I will assume that's a yes.
So
okay.
You guys gonna wander in the camp?
I mean, I wouldn't use the word wander because that implies a bit of lackadaisicalness that I don't think anybody's feeling right now.
I carelessly wander through this dangerous death trap and just kind of, see where the life and the wind takes
We
me.
swagger through the camp.
Is there something over here? Heedlessly.
Yeah.
Tavik definitely takes Reclaimer suggestion and tries to swagger into the gap.
That was a do you go swagger?
Tavik definitely would.
I would like to take a pogo stick out of my bag of holding and use that as my primary method of transportation in this moment.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
Unicycle through the camp.
Oh.
But
I see that he has some additives that I wasn't warned about. Because
uh,
apparently I'm hallucinating.
Does anyone like to want to do stuff? I want to do stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Alright.
You know it's bad when Reclaimer seems to want caution.
Yeah, in character, even Reclaimer is just like, just head just turning 360 degrees slowly.
Let's play it as quiet as we can, I guess. That's pretty quiet.
We're doing well so far.
Yeah.
Actually,
Gaspar,
surprisingly
Gaspar.
pretty good. Yeah. So what? Your
Nice.
lowest? Okay.
Or stealth.
Oh, stealth.
Stealth.
Probably
Oh, we're
higher than that,
stealthing.
isn't it?
I was
better.
very clearly not stealthing.
Now.
Is anyone just walking into the camp, like all obvious?
No, stealth my
right,
way
so
through there.
as you approach to the camp, kind of stealthing through, so I switched it over. So you can this is the whole entourage, and you can tell that he brought a significant, contingent with him. You don't see any bodies. You see all of the supplies that they had, kind of those carts in the bottom there. In the bottom right, that's kind of like a tent that they had with all the supplies. None of that was touched, but you do see drag marks on the ground, all heading kind of west out of the camp.
Not to harp on it because I know it is a map, but is that fire actually still lit?
No, so it would still have like coals. You can tell this was probably pretty recent. Like you have gained some significant time on them. So yeah, it would still if you threw a log on there, it would light on fire, but it's not currently like burning like that.
Okay.
Do we see any webs or like any like trails of webs around the camp or kind of along the trails that are leading away?
Not in the camp itself, but now that you kind of had noticed, as you look up into the trees and a little that you're like this camp is a little bit of a clearing, which gives you a little bit better visual. You can see that there's clearly webbing that goes from tree to tree,
Okay.
but you don't see anything in the camp itself.
I'd like to take my action for the search action to search for giant spiders.
All right, go for it.
Very specific.
Very specific. Perception.
Invasion flashbacks.
All right.
Oh no, the Catarns.
There's also that other giant spider species, the puffy one. You know, with the
The knobby ones? Because there's knobby spiders, there's energy spiders. Star Wars has a ton of spiders.
Isn't there like a spider that's literally just made out of crystals?
I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah.
The hell spider. Jeez, that sounds terrible.
I mean, that feels like a thing that would exist.
Yeah, why not? Dragons? Space dragons?
All right, I'm probably gonna give it up here, but I got to roll. So.
Oh, just casually.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's a possibility.
Ooh.
There's a
So-
possibility.
No, you don't see anything.
No, I did not. Nothing. So Reclaimer, because I got to play into it. I'll turn around. The coast is clear. I can confirm. I am a genius. I would have spotted it with my superior mechanical eyes.
This is a good droid. We're always a step behind this, Captain. Anything useful in this camp? Or anything we can scavenge before we follow the trail?
Let me see what I can turn up. Orgus will, taking the droid's word at face value, because why wouldn't he? He's going to take a look around the camp. See if we can scrounge anything up that might be of use or offer some sort of clue or hint as to what actually went down here.
Where's Orgus going? Tavik will be following behind him.
Okay, so would you like us to put ourselves on the map?
Yeah, go ahead and put yourself on the map.
Okay. So I guess his first instinct would be to check out the large tent.
Yeah. So as you kind of wander in, again, it looks like there's a table set out front, that it kind of a map of the region, and just kind of they're planning out their course. And you would know at this point you're very close to the edge of the forest. Maybe another half day, and you could be clear of this. And it's kind of getting towards late at night, but you could even probably get out of there before you're wandering around in the dark. And so that's kind of the first thing you see is you are very close. The second thing you see is there are some kind of reports that they had been sending out. Clearly, he had been sending out scouts to try to look at areas, and some of the scouts stopped coming back. And so those reports, there's 2 reports of scouts that never made it back, and they're both from today, which is why they had set up this camp and kind of hunkered down here, is they had actually sent out parties to try to find them.
Well, Orgus will relay this revelation to the rest of the team. And taking a closer look on the inside of the tent, is there anything that comes up, or is that extent of interesting information in there?
Yeah, other than that, you can tell that this is where the captain's tent is. And so it's maybe a little bit more luxurious. He's not like he's not rolling in style, but he does have like this nice table that they would have to kind of pack up and go with, and he's also got kind of a nicer chair that would not fit the rest of the camp. But outside of that, it's pretty plain.
Okay.
Could this chair be described as a throne?
Well, it would not be described as a throne, but if you had to sit in it and do paperwork all day, you would not be uncomfortable. with that.
Well, this I don't want to steal the spotlight. Does anybody else want to do anything while we're in the camp?
Well, there's no reason not to just casually do whatever. So, Gaspar will break out his chef's kit and see what he can do about making, just a nice fun snack for everybody. With whatever we happen to have on hand. Is there anything?
That's on the wall.
Maybe some hors d'oeuvres. I don't know. Chips and cheese, maybe.
Ah, yes, the gentleman's appetizer.
As he's doing that, Reclaimer's going to quickly say, "If we are lucky, this may not be from spiders at all in these webs. Perhaps it is a giant silkworm species."
Yeah.
I admire your optimism.
Thank you.
Of course. You're very welcome. That was that was genuine. He really wishes he was that optimistic. Well, Tavik, anything?
Well, I feel we should follow the trail after Caspar finishes with his appetizers. We should make sure that we hunt after this captain. At least bring him back alive. It would be good for the crew's morale.
First, let me get a picture. It's a bit dark, so I must turn on the flash to this camera. Everyone
no.
gather up.
Let's
Or
make
just
sure we do a
will,
timer. Do a timer.
Wait, are you serious? Are we doing?
What kind of picture are we doing? Are we gonna do a jumping photo? Or maybe
This will be documentation. It will be part of paperwork and the exhibit. Also, this is a very nice camp, and I'd like a picture.
Wait.
maybe we can play Harrison's Angels. Han's Angels.
Take hold on. So if we're gonna take photos, then Orgus is gonna put on his shades, considering he's so sensitive to bright lights, and say, "Get one of me in the captain's chair."
Claimer will not, and he'll say, "First, the group one. I will set it for 6 seconds."
Fine.
Yeah, you guys just want to roll initiative? Or...
Caspar is going to point to the sky.
Let's go ahead and do that.
like he's
Definitely
looking at
fair.
something. Like there's something.
I can just imagine just like the flash illuminates it. We hear a high pitched squeal. What the?
No, like the image of like the camera cutting away from us, but like the Polaroid comes out and you can see it clearly, a dozen eyes and one fully illuminated behind.
Oh boy. Tactical?
I bet we're surprised right now. So probably no tactical.
Yeah, tactical. Tactical sounds like a good call.
I mean, we're surprised though.
I'm with Tegan here. I say we're a bit disorganized.
Right, but we're all surprised together at the same time. One of these days, frickin'
Hey.
days, I'm gonna do initiative right. I believe in myself.
For the most part, we're not last.
Yeah,
All
Tavik
right.
biffed his roll.
All right, did everyone roll?
Well, you know what? Orgus
Yeah, we
has
are.
got one heck of a bad feeling about this.
Nice.
I'm just gonna cozy up right next to my big strong lizard man over here.
All right. So I'm not going to give them a surprise round, but they are hidden. So if they are able to attack you on their first turn, it will be with advantage. So I assume you're
Fair.
somewhat aware. We'll say Tavik was actually looking out and just being like, guys.
instead of playing picture time. Wow, Tavik, what a team player, buddy.
Yeah.
Tavik, you looked away when the picture was being taken.
That was like, Gus, are those webs moving? They're moving, right?
He's gonna now that since Tavik pointed it out. Oh yes, and that is not the wind.
Yeah. And so you're going to see a giant spider climb down from the tree.
The giant enemy spider. I sincerely don't know how many times I've made that joke. This feels like the first time I've done it, but I know for a fact I would have done an invasion the first moment I got.
And he is going to, I guess, web the first target he sees.
Who's that gonna
And
be?
so I'm trying to figure out. I have to read this. Sorry. Yeah, it would be at the. Yep, it'd be at Reclaimer.
Oh.
And so that is going to hit. The target is restrained by webbing as an action. You can DC 12, bursting the webs.
Oh, the webs are immune to kinetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to move my character. We were taking a group photo, and I wasn't with everyone.
And he will run down here out of the tree. So he'll kind of web you from up there, and that will be his turn. So now, Casper, you're up, and Reclaimer, you are restrained.
Muffled screaming.
And so you see these the spider pop out. He is quite large, but he's not a large creature. So he's like the size of maybe a big dog. Climb out of the tree, shoot this webbing, and just beelining at you.
Ah! You're too close for me to shoot at. I couldn't possibly shoot at a target within 30 feet of me. So I shall use an action to cast Battle Mind,
Ooh.
which just gives me a nice AC bump. And
All
as a move action, I want to target this guy. Well, no, there's really no reason to. But if he get, I could move. I could move. I'm gonna move over here.
All right.
I'm just assuming I have the movement for that. Didn't seem too
That's
far
less than
away.
30 feet for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're good.
no,
Yeah.
it's definitely within 30 feet.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I'll target this guy. And if he moves, I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
All right.
And I want to find out how to get the wording here so you guys can actually see what that attack did.
Oh, the web.
Yeah, let me just. It's a 12 DC. I don't know why it didn't. Hold on, I'll just paste it in.
It gets weird with this sometimes. Roll 20.
Yeah. Sorry, give me just a second. I just don't want. I want you guys to understand what just happened. So there you go. So if that webbing hits you, that's what it does.
Huh.
All right. And so Casper, you mark that target, put your bonus action thing on him. All right.
Mhm.
And so Reclaimer, you're up, and you are restrained.
Like I said, muffled screaming, bonus action. He's going to command Revelation. And Revelation, since we got a short rest, he's able to do Sonic Fists again. I clicked the wrong thing. That is my bad. I meant to click this. And he is going to come up and instead of cutting the spider out, is immediately going to go for the spider. Because
Oh,
yeah. And main action from Reclaimer actually. Where is it? Motivator boost. Advantage on dexterity saves and +2 AC, as well as double speed. Alright,
All right.
and he's gonna go in for a swipe at the spider. I clicked the
Nice.
wrong thing, unfortunately. That was my bad.
Okay. I'll let you keep that roll. So it's a 15, so it'll hit whatever. If you're going to do something, sorry.
Sonic damage.
All right. So 8 sonic damage. Yeah. So you punch into the spider.
Yeah.
You can tell these are substantially tougher than maybe something you fought before.
Alright, and that will be Reclaimer and Revelation.
Ooh, well, then I suppose it is up to Gus to come up, right? Because we're not doing tactical.
depends if there's somebody in between
Yep.
you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, there is going to be. So, Casper, you kind of see, you hear a little bit of noise behind you. And he is going to shoot a web at you, and he will have advantage.
Okay.
And so 24. So it's going to be the same as above. You're going to be restrained.
Mm.
And he's going to climb out of the tree and start running at you.
Mm.
And then the last one. Oh, not the last one. Sorry. He is going to shoot a web at. Yeah. And he's going to have advantage. Also,
Is he shooting at that?
reclamation. Revelation.
Yeah,
Revelation.
there you
I
go.
got it this time.
There you go.
Got it. And so he'll have advantage, so that'll be a 16.
Alright. That will. No, it will miss because of the motivator boost. +2 to
Nice.
AC.
Nice. Yeah, so it goes wide. And you see, again, he runs down the tree and starts running at you.
Oh, I had to turn over him.
All right, Orgus, now you're up. Sorry.
That's all right. Oh no. Well, Orgus is going to use his bonus action to critically analyze this little bugger, the one that's next to Revelation, and fire off with his blaster pistol.
You still got that +1?
Do I? That's
Yep.
Cool. So consider one on top of whatever that is.
Nice. Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice. And one on top of whatever that is.
You get sneak attack.
8 damage.
That too.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
I kind of got used to this whole rogue thing. Good grief. Sneak attack? Man. All right. So that's another 1d6.
2d6.
2d6. Yeah, let's try that again.
Better.
So
That is
12.
5, 12 total.
13.
13.
Yep.
Nice.
Plus 1.
Oh, yeah, +1, yeah.
Hey, so you take a good chunk out of him.
Ooh. So emboldened. Ooh. Feeling good. But that will be the end of that for him. Yep.
All right, Tavik, you're up.
All right. Tavik he's going to help our sniper. So he is going to move over and get in range with this guy over here and hopefully keep him away from poor Caspar. He's going to use some abilities. So he's going to spend a key point, or focus point, I should say, to use his Saber Assault ability,
All right.
as well as another one to Flurry of Blows on this creature. So let's see if he actually hits, because he's never done a successful Saber Assault in this campaign.
First time for everything.
Nope. Nope,
I
not
have
at all. So his arm completely falls off. Luckily, before he spends his second key point, and he has to use his bonus action to reinstall his arm as he tries to swipe at the spider.
All right.
Jolly good attempt. Not very successful, but good try.
I like how we can see you measuring it out before it's even out.
Oh yeah, you can see it now. Oops, it's all good.
There's a setting you can do in there to hide from.
Yeah, I knew there was a way to like hide things from you, and I was like, you guys know what's up.
It wraps tension
Yeah.
up. It wraps.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so you're gonna hear a little skittering as he gets a little closer, and he is going to shoot a web, and he will have advantage also. And this will be at you, Tavik.
That'll miss. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So the web goes wide, and you see him skitter into view, and he'll run down.
and gets smacked into progress.
Not close enough.
Right.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, he didn't have the movement there.
That slack.
So the last Wyshik, or I guess we're back at the top, and he's gonna take a bite at Revelation. And so 22 and 15 damage.
Sheesh. Yeah, that gets a good chunk into him.
Are you immune to poison?
Good question. I'm checking that. I got the droid vulnerabilities, but I'm not seeing the resistances in here. So, the companion class of droid I don't think they get the resistances.
Oof.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to. Those
Oh,
don't count.
oh.
I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to get the rest to roll at once. So hold on one sec here. This.
If he's able to pull out another, let's see, yeah. If he's able to pull out another 9 damage, that'll be it.
All right. I'm
Wait,
just gonna.
no,
manually roll it. I think I got it. So it
I'm
goes
bad
like
at
that.
math. Oh,
Oh, that's right.
oh. So he's down.
Oh no.
He's down. At least, I remind me if you're restrained, you can't. Can you cast touch spells?
If you can reach a person, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Good to
yeah.
know.
You're not like a. Yeah, I think you're just kind of like almost like someone has you in like a hold, right? Like you can still kind of move around.
So I'll be able to get him back up on my turn.
Yeah. So you're reduced. It's kind of weird because you're a droid, but technically you're stable. So I guess that doesn't matter. But if it kills you, it doesn't actually outright kill you. It stabilizes you with the poison damage.
Man, this is not Revelation's Day. This is the second time he's gone down.
Yeah. All right. So Casper, you're back up. You are restrained.
Okay, so that requires me to make a
Did the web hit you? I
strength check
apologize.
to
Maybe
break
it
out
didn't.
of that. Oh no, the web hit me.
It would take
Yep.
your action,
Yep.
though.
Mhm.
I just wanted to. I don't think I can finagle this, but I'd like to make an argument for sleight of hand. No, wait, no. I'm thinking of escape artist. I don't have that in this game. Okay. Now that's a strength check as opposed to like a strength save, right?
Yes, it'd be a strength check.
So
You can attack the webbing, and so I posted that above. But you can The web does have AC. It does have HP.
And it
But
is
it is
immune to kinetic.
Yeah, it's immune to kinetic, poison, and psychic.
Okay. So I'm just gonna try and break my way out of this thing. And yeah, I didn't think that was gonna go well.
Yeah.
But
And so
like I don't even know how I'd try and attack this thing. I mean, I've got my lightsaber, but I want to say that I'm pretty sure that's kinetic damage.
No, that's
That's-
energy.
that's-
no
yeah.
energy. If you wanted to use your
Oh, that's energy.
lightsaber, you could just cut it. Yeah. You'd have
Ooh.
disadvantage on the attack.
Lightsaber reveal?
So,
Well,
but
I think I've whipped it out once or twice
He's used it
before,
once
but
before.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that would have to be next time. We can't retcon that. But
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
have inspiration. I will remind the group. You do have inspiration.
No,
and-
I like it this way.
I'm pretty sure you guys are at max inspiration, right? So it'd be 5.
Oh, unless you really want to keep a burn one.
No, I'm good. I'm done.
All right.
All right.
I failed. I don't know what else I could possibly do. I mean, I failed my action. I can't exactly move. Or
Well,
use a
inspiration
bonus
lets you
action to
re-roll
try
that
again.
strength save if
Yep.
you wanted to.
Yep. You can
Or
re-roll.
try to.
Yep.
Oh,
And you have +0 strength, I assume. So it's
I have a
straight
plus
D20.
1, but so
Okay.
it would require an 11. Which it did not. Okay, so
Oh.
that's one use of inspiration that I just waste because I can't. Oh wait, no, hold on. Can I use my Can I use my human D4?
Yeah, that comes
You
back
short
on
rested,
short rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
Just
pass.
we
That's
go.
what counts. You pass. So you do break
Well,
free of the
this is
weapon.
part of why I did it. I knew I only needed the 1. Okay, so, and with that, I've got. I mean, I don't know that there's really anything else I can do. I just used my action. I can try and move, but there's really nowhere to run to. And my bonus actions, well, I've still got my bonus act. If this guy moves, if this guy originally marked a while ago moves,
guy over here?
I'm still gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't see him going anywhere. Well, actually, maybe I'll mark this guy, because they would actually need to move to get into melee with someone. So that guy moves. I'm shooting him.
T1000 is who's
Alright.
down.
She's down now.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like the other one, if it doesn't have to move to get to the T1000,
But
right?
Sure.
yes, that is
I can
correct.
mark that bottom one, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Unless you had more unless you had a suggestion you wanted to make, I would go ahead and consider that my turn.
Main action. Repair droid, 2nd level.
Solid.
And he's
Wow,
back
there you
up.
go.
When you get knocked out, you go to prone, right?
Yes, he would be prone.
So I need to stand up from prone. Let me get that in there. I assume the spiders don't have reach, so that...
Nope, it'd just be 1. So what is that, a 12? I think 10 plus 2 for everyone, so it'd be a 12.
Alright, so...
Hey, there you go. And for the
Alright.
viewers, we play a homebrew rule that when you stand up prone and there's enemies by you, you have to make a skill check. And if you fail it, it's 10 plus 2 for every enemy. And if you fail it, you don't stand up and they get an opportunity attack against you. So,
Man, I really need to start reading the stuff I write down more. He had backup protocol, so he could have popped back up at once.
oh, yeah, you could have stayed up.
Dang. Either way, though, he's going.
You'll have
for the
another
front.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he will. Sonic Fist. That is unfortunate. But he has a bonus action.
All right,
And he'll
10
do
will
again.
miss. Hey, 16 hits. And 7 sonic damage.
Yep.
All right, he's starting to get hurt a little bit.
And of course, to go over it, because I think I forgot to call it out this time, but Reclaimer did use this bonus action to command Revelation, so that will be their full turn. Wait. Oh no! I forgot something. He does. That would be an 11 to hit. I made a mistake. He's still restrained.
Oh yeah.
That is-
Oh, from the webbing.
Can he get up from restrained? Actually,
He's on the
Begin.
ground.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, can you not? Yeah, I guess you can't move.
Oh dang. Then wouldn't have changed anything I did there, but that is rough.
All right, so he'll take a swing, and unfortunately, the swing goes a little wide. You don't get double disadvantage, so I guess it doesn't matter if you stand up.
Man, I can't now one fish.
All right, and so the Wyshik is back up, and he is going to come at you, Tavik. So you will get an attack on him, I assume, if you wanted one.
Sweet. He will. Yeah, he'll take that. He'll take that.
Nice, that's a hit.
Sweet. I'm gonna make a DC 13 Wisdom save as he kind of slashes at it with his radiant claws.
Ooh, he does pass, but
Okay.
so 8 damage.
Speed 0.
All right, you cut into him, but he is going to take a bite at you. And we'll see if I did this right finally. And that's going to miss. All right. The other Washik is up, and he is going to move. So, Casper, you can take a shot at him. And he's going to close on the droid. Unfortunately, that just got up. Oh, and that's going to go wide. Man,
I think
you guys
we're
really
at
should...
4 critical failures now. But I can
It's
go ahead
individually.
and look through again. It's
Yeah,
individual for each of us.
Individually,
Each
yeah.
of you. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And he's gonna bite at advantage, unfortunately. So
I think I'm at 2.
Doesn't look like you needed it. Jeez.
well, so the droid is down. All right, Orgus, you're up.
All right. Well, time to fire off a shot with the blaster pistol at this one. I'll use a bonus action to do the critical analysis on him. And that will give me hopefully enough to do it.
Oh yeah, critical analysis. Yeah.
So that's well, no, I mean that's it. I just said you get to use my intelligence instead. Does 14 connect? Because I still get the +1 from goodness. Reclaimers
Yeah.
There you go.
bonus. I sure hope so.
I just saw there was an end 20 there.
Oh yeah, that was a mean hit. That was a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
whole lot of droid yum. But does a 14 connect with the angry Wyshock?
14 does hit.
Hooray, hooray!
All
right.
got hit by that crit.
Reclaimer.
He
Revelation.
he is
Revelation.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or Revelation. Revelation is down now.
Oh, Revelation.
6 damage hits.
6 damage hits.
So which one you were shooting at? I apologize.
The one underneath.
Don't forget sneak
All right.
attack because Revelation or
Yeah.
Reclaimer
Go
is
ahead and
still
give me
up.
your. Yep. You can get sneak attack.
I'm wondering if I should try to do something.
Oh, you got those special sawbone.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe just on a fail. Let's try. I'm gonna try crippling. It has. Yeah, let's try it. Crippling pain. So that's a DC.
All right. Yeah. So he just has to make a con check.
Yeah. On glass cannon spiders. Ah, you would. Oh well. So much for that idea. That'll do it.
All right.
Are you checking if
What are the
like,
chances that there's a Captain saves us retcon on its way?
So
Just
6.
All right, real fast. Luckily, Revelation did not die outright. However, I must bring up that he got close.
Yeah, I didn't know if like pets can die.
No, they can. They can. If they
Okay.
do, though, you get to make a new one. In this case, I personally was both on basically backing his memory up, bringing him back. But I'm going to use backup protocol to keep him alive and awake.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, nice. So he's at 1 HP then.
Yes.
All right, nice. All right, Tavik, you're gonna be up.
All right, Tavik is going for it again. It's just another key point for the Saber Assault. His arm is back in place. He's going to try to defend him and Caspar from the spider. So let's see if this will actually work for him for once. Oof. Very close with
Nice.
successful Saber Assault.
Yeah,
So
2 hits.
he will need to make is it 2 dexterity saving throws? Am I supposed to real quick?
So you do have inspiration if you wanted to try all 3.
Sounds like fair enough.
take it?
I'll burn one more. Hopefully this will go well. 14.
It hits just barely.
Nice. So he will need to make 3 dexterity saving throws, taking 1 level slow on the first one if he fails. If he fails 2, 1 extra d6 damage. And if he fails 3, 2d6. Ooh, he's passing.
It's got a level slow.
So you pass the first, pass the second,
Yeah,
fail
and
the third.
fail the third. All right, let's get some damage out for this.
And 3 wisdom saves.
3 wisdom saves.
All right.
So he's just kind of slashing wildly with his claws.
All right. He fails 2.
Nice.
Nice. So you do some good damage into him. So what? 12,
30?
11. Yeah, 30 damage.
Nice.
Nice. He is bloodied. And frightened. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's into Tavik's turn.
All right. So the Wyshik above you, he is going to actually come at Orgus down here.
Oh God.
And he's going to take a bite.
Maker in heaven.
So 17, and if that hits, it's 26.
Well, it's a good thing Orgus prepared for this day. Or I did by making a second character. No.
No, I'm working on that right now.
He has built into his armor a specific.
Is it if you drop the 0, you get back up? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. You
real
go down to
fast,
1.
I don't know if this is bad or good to bring up, but should the spiders be rolling to see if they get their webs back?
No.
Okay.
No. So these, I nerfed these, so they're not full Wyshik spiders. So they don't recharge. They have less HP and they do less damage.
Oh.
I just didn't change the webbing recharge. So
Well,
You guys probably don't
Thank
notice
you.
it at this
Thank you
point.
for
But they
that.
are very nerfed. Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course.
Full
the
worship
weaker-
spiders, and you would have all died already.
Oh yes.
The night is
All
still
right.
young.
Yeah.
The night is still young.
Yeah.
And so is he still up?
Yes.
Quote H.
Okay. And so the spider would take a hit, and you would have advantage on him.
So long as it's not a crit, he shouldn't die outright.
That was perilously
No.
close to a crit.
Yeah.
So 25.
Okay, so you know what I said? Do you want to know how much HP it was away from it? 3. Wait. It's not Reclaimer's turn, is it?
No, his turn would be next. But actually, I've got
Okay.
I think we're
Okay.
gonna have
that's
to. We're probably gonna have to wrap up there for the night. I apologize. We'll have to finish this
Oh, yeah, no worries, man.
session.
In like
All right.
October.
Do we? Oh, we really have to wait until October?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
No.
But you seriously, because I'll be out of town.
No.
Play with that, so we can run, and we just do a recap for the stream. So, like,
How bad would it be? By the way, off screen we all died. So anyway,
new camp, man, new camp.
all right. Stranded elsewhere.
4
Yes.
new
Yeah.
characters have arrived from the encampment.
Yeah, right.
These spiders, they don't kill you. It's fine. You know?
No,
No,
spiders
they
usually
just-
don't kill you quickly. They just
we
keep
we
put you in
also
their
get
web
that.
and wait
So we're
until
just
they're
gonna
hungry.
Like we're gonna RP the next session, just like slowly dying because I don't know if that's I don't know if that's good stream content. What do I know?
You sure?
Emotional.
Basically talking about the end of the life of Brian, where they're all singing it's, always look on the bright side of life. That's what our next session is. We have
Yeah,
so much time to think about what we would say
Yeah.
to each other
looking on
during,
the bright side as a brightness
That's
fades
true.
from our eyes. Yeah, very, very.
while we starve to death.
Listen,
Um,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I'll top Reclaimer if I gotta make a new character.
Dude, you just make Reclaimer, keep the cheat the same, and there you go.
Put like a square reclaimer
The
squared. Squared.
Reclaimation.
yeah. You know, the best part is you guys rolled really good stealth checks, and I was like, oh, they don't know you're in the camp. I was like, you're just gonna stealth right through this. Then you're like, I'm gonna take some photos. we're gonna
We
cook up
didn't know
some
they
food.
were there. We were cautious, but at the same time, I had to do it.
I feel
man.
like we would have been like too metagaming, like, oh, we don't see anything, but we're nervous anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe
What
we'll
was the
get wrecked
harm
in
of
October.
one picture?
Well, maybe we'll get wrecked in October. Who knows?
I look forward to it.
Hell yeah, 1 HP. Ooh,
We've
spot-
got
Good.
this.
You're good. You guys can still pull this off. They're not as strong as you might think.
No, we're just rolling really badly. That's all.
Yeah, Tavik's all right. He's
And
like,
I-
he's,
I could take. Here's the thing. I could take 3 shots from them. So, if anything, Reclaimer can get some damage done, possibly, maybe.
There you go. There you go.
nice. We'll wrap it up here. So either they'll play without me, and you guys will hear the recap, or you come back in October and see if we survive the Y6 spiders. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're gonna do a raid. We're gonna go to Emma Panda. They've got a Dungeons and Dragons game. I think Path of Curse of Strahd. So we're gonna jump in on them. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Come by next time. See you guys later.